cock out anytime you feel like it.
Yeah, so you can show how much bigger it is than his little.
And do not let fear hold you, Ciprian, even though you got fucking soft cock at the moment.
I love you so much,
right?
dog. I love the
fuck. Those fucking big tits will get you fucking harder than ever before.
Yeah, you'll never see them.
No, but Ciprian's going to get so much. Ciprian.
Yeah. Hi, Ciprian.
Ciprian deserves to see fucking Rhodes' fucking norgs.
How could he do anything when you wouldn't shut the fuck up? You just kept talking and talking and talking. I just was sitting here. I almost hung myself.
Depends on what I was talking about. Was I talking about what?
Oh, you were talking about the guy in the boat and the water and the this and the that. And
I'm thinking there's some hatred between the two.
No, I adore him. I'm just giving him a bad time.
Ciprian wants to see those fucking norgs. Fucking pull the fucking norgs out, okay?
I don't even listen to him. Ciprian, he says what he says.
He's not married at the moment, so he's got no problem
with his wife getting
jealous or anything.
I let him. I let him do whatever he wants to do. He's a good boy. He's been neutered, you know. He's a big boy, been neutered.
I'm very happy to see you again after all these.
Of course, you fucking
months. Maybe even months.
Crazy, huh? It's been a while.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm not that fucking. I'm just happy to see her.
Oh, Sugar, when do you pick up the puppy?
I haven't seen it in even months.
Crazy.
I think it's months now.
It's been a long time, definitely. They called me. The surgery went fine down, and they wanted to keep him another night because they had just finished it, and he was still coming out of his, what do you call it? His, the anesthesia. I thought it would be best just to let him stay with the tech and they're, spending the night with him and stuff. So, but they said everything went fine. It was very quick.
Yeah. Well, how's the recovery? I mean, he can't walk while he's recovering, can he?
That's what I'm finding out. They said that some dogs can get up and walk right out and they'll limp right out. Other dogs, they baby it. So he said, we'll just have to see what he does.
Well, good call on getting the surgery. You're a good pet owner.
Oh, I wouldn't do anything else. When you accept responsibility for a pet, you accept responsibility for the pet, right? I mean, that's everything. Doesn't mean like when it gets to be a problem, you kill it, or if you don't want to have to make that decision on an animal, don't get one.
Yeah, I think it's important to take care of them for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Nice of you to acknowledge that. So what else is going on, fuckers?
Patrick Festa is upset with us.
Uh-oh. What did you do? Not just you.
Yeah, ask Bulldog.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You don't have to tell me that. I mean, I could just attach like one of multiple issues, but as long as I got it.
Bulldog, are you still in the chess club or not?
Oh, I doubt he is now. Oh, he's gone off to get another beer.
Sydney, are you still in the chess club?
I've never been in the chess club. What chess club?
Yo, and what the fuck happened to Tony Snodgrass?
Oh, what happened to Tony?
What happened to him?
He died.
No.
Bullshit.
Yep.
How do we know this?
How do you know this?
He had a heart attack.
How do we know this?
How do you know that?
I was told this by Brother John.
Aw.
That's not true.
It is true.
You know, he was a very nice man. I always worried about him because he had kind of a different tempo than most people. I was afraid somebody would take advantage of that.
Yeah, Tony Snodgrass.
What happened to him?
Had a heart attack. He's dead.
Not like outbound dead, like maybe real dead.
I never said Outbound was dead. That's what Thomas said.
No, I didn't say it was you, honey.
Yeah, but Thomas is going around crying about it.
Thomas who? Which Thomas?
No.
Tom Ada?
No, Tom Nard.
Tom? Nod?
No, you know fucking nard.
Nod.
Nah, dozy.
Oh, the stoner?
Fucking.
What's up, man? I like Tom. I've known Tom for a long time. He's a nice dude. When I get
Which
talking
one?
too much, are we talking about Tom, the guy that's like?
Well, speaking of Tom, Sugar, did you hear that Stephen Hawks moved in or whatever?
Stephen Hawks moved into where?
The Toms.
Tom Addis?
No, Tom C. You're talking about Tom C.
I'm talking about Tom C., the one that's stoner dude, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
and that's what I said. I said.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Don't be upset.
Stephen Hawks moved in over there, and now Tom C. is being evicted.
Why? Because he moved in?
Hmm? Exactly.
Huh. Well, okay.
Why is he getting
I have
evicted?
a question.
What did he do wrong?
Well, it violated the lease.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
Oh, well, so that means that who gets to stay and who's leaving?
Everyone has to leave. They're getting evicted.
Well,
That's
so
a little
that means
stiff.
fucking. Well, that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, but the old lease never had Stephen Hawks' name on it, so that's why they're being evicted, because Tom did not abide by the lease.
Yeah, but you'd think that the owner would say, "Hey, look, the guy's got to go, or you got to get out."
Well, the owner might have said that, but Tom C. was late on the rent because he had to give money to Stephen Hawks to fly in there.
Oh, wow, that's a good deed gone unnoticed.
Or unpunished.
A good deed gone unguarded.
Unguarded. Oh,
I'm fucking punished.
I would have gladly let somebody stay in my place for a reasonable rent, but I wouldn't fucking fly them out here. I ain't gonna fly you out here and then cut you a deal as well. Fuck that.
yeah. People.
You put all these beans, right? Are you using any of this shit?
No,
Can you see that?
yeah, it looks awesome though.
That's a Hungarian kind of mild to hot kind of thing. Is really mild.
That's why I like German food, Ciprian, because it's not spicy, it's not hot. German food is hearty. It's not spicy.
When I went to Frankfurt, I had some good food
Well, that
there.
looks like some greasy shit on the plate there. Some greasy, fatty, yucky, artery.
It looks like beans and what's the other thing?
No.
Eggs and cheese.
Yeah, on the cheese plate, there's some like yellow liquid runny.
It's called butter, sweetheart.
Yeah, it is butter.
Doesn't look good.
Oh, butter's
Oh
so
my
good
God.
for you. Butter, olive oil.
That
Dude, I'm
that butter's good
fucked.
for you, or just the butter that's on
I
the-
wouldn't get even close to fucking butter and shit.
Are you kidding? But just see, don't fall for that. It's the margarine that's bad.
If it was my
Yeah,
mom,
butter-
shit.
Butter's actually better for you than all that. It actually is. True
Well,
story.
the relativity seems to.
So in a sense, butter's
The
better
relativity
for
of
you
hold on a
than
second.
not.
If butter is better for you than margarine, that doesn't mean to say that butter's good for you.
It
You
is.
know, you're right. It's not.
Margarine is fucked up.
Listen. There are so many other things that we have that are so bad for us that when you start looking at something that you make from a whole product, right? It's hardly altered. I mean, it's milked. It's just shaken, right, and turned into butter. This is not something that our bodies are going to have a problem with, but we stick all kinds of other crap into our bodies, and then we're going to blame it on butter. That's bullshit.
On some other note, I would call bullshit on the milky kind of thing. Because it's only the Western people that do digest milk. For example, the Chinese.
No, you're right.
They don't got nothing to do with milk and shit.
Because humans are the only animal that drinks milk after they're weaned. The only mammal.
Well,
Cats do too.
Well, but that's just an odd cat here and there. That's because they're given it. Except for the cats that sneak into the barn and drink the milk from the cow, the cat has to be given that milk.
those are some cool ass cats.
Yeah.
You remember? You've seen that? They say, well, the cats will just when you make the cow and it just.
Yep, you squirt them. They love it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I love it.
I love ice cream.
Them some special fucking cats.
Them some special fucking kitties.
They is. Dude, I fucking love cats. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I may be a cat lady.
What's wrong with liking cats? What are you apologizing for?
I don't know. All I'm saying is I might be a cat lady.
Oh, that's all right.
I like how independent a cat.
I don't think that's all right.
A cat goes off outside for 2 or 3 days, comes back for food, and then it goes. I like that. You know?
Agreed. I love that too. And you know what's great about cats? If you get a kitten that, like, you know how you're normally supposed to get them at like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. If you end up getting a kitten that's like 2 or 3 weeks old and you hand feed it, get the little dropper and you hand feed it, and if you hand raise that cat, it will be like half cat, half dog. It'll come when you call it, but it'll be a cat and do its own thing.
One of my friends has the best cat ever.
Yeah.
She fat, though. I mean, on probably on like a 5% kind of bad, kind of fat.
Yeah.
She's a little bit like lazy and shit.
Everybody loves a fat cat.
Dude, she just whoever comes in the house, she's just all over your ass, and she's trying to play with you. She's just like nosing.
How many cats do you have, Ciprian?
She don't give a fuck. I don't have one cat whatsoever. I always said that I wish to have one cat or two. I know.
You have to have more than 4 to be even in the running to consider being a cat.
This motherfucker just got the one cat, and that motherfucking cat. If you join in the cats shit, whatever, just go into the house, she's gonna be on your ass.
I love cats.
Just love that shit. She just, she's just mothers and shit. She doesn't do things unrequired, but she would like to always see the new people and what's going on, and go and sleep in your lap and do that shit.
Aww.
That's the most amazing cat I ever seen, and she's pretty fucking like a little bit obese, which I fucking love in a cat. I know it's fucked up.
My dog's fat, unfortunately. I got him fat when I was still fat. Well, no, I'm sorry, not when I was still fat. After I'd lost all the weight, and the vet said if I had $1 for every one of my patients who lost a bunch of weight and then made their animal fat, so it's my fault.
When I was very fat, it was a really good year.
Fatler on the roof, is that what that is?
The fat cat on the tin roof.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a really good year.
I need to eat some dinner.
Small and good.
I've been cleaning the house all day. Like a bitch.
This motherfucker got the best cat ever. I mean, I've seen cats. My grandma used to have cats and all that shit. I've seen cats all over the place. But this one cat I'm talking about, shit.
You ain't never seen a cat like that.
I mean, for sure, she's as friendly as fuck. She don't give a fuck who you is, who you do, whatever your thing is. She just goes over there and she just plays with you. And she just plays and looks into your eyes.
Aww.
She's got that shit.
When cats look you in the eye, though, I get scared on that one, just because you think any minute they're just gonna go, wow.
Right. But he ain't going that. She ain't going that way. She just, and she's been. I recently, like a month ago, I had this apartment like redone and shit, and I need to live in some other place. So I lived with this friend of mine with a cat.
Yeah.
And she started, after a while, day one, we're friends. Day two, we like buddies. Day three, we like, shit, motherfucker, where you been? She was like, she was doing like, she licked my ass. Not really my ass, like hands and all that shit.
Hold on, baby. Hey, Sid, the current topic has changed, honey.
What are we talking about?
Current topic has changed.
To what?
Okay. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I'm just saying.
About cats, motherfucker.
We're not talking about cats anymore?
No, we're not talking about ridiculing the Bible and laughing at Christianity.
Oh, that's just the title.
What the fuck?
Hey, Rhodesy, what's your favorite story in the Bible? Right?
The one about Jesus and Mary Magdalene when she washes his feet and he, all that stuff.
I can see that.
Holy Spackle told it to me once, and it was the most beautiful story I ever heard. I'm sure that if the story really was real, they fucked after that. I'm sure.
You probably need to read more.
But can you repeat the story and make it entertaining for us?
That's a good idea.
No, I really don't. I mean, I don't know the story. I don't know the whole story by memory because, of course, I've never heard it. But I do know that at some point she washed his feet, and I think with
then what happened?
Oils? I don't know.
Pretty kinky.
Just seems like
I don't remember, but I remember her telling me the story, and I thought it was very sweet. And that's what I thought to myself. I bet they really fucked afterwards.
Well, then.
So in other words, what you're saying is that she started off washing his feet, and then afterwards she washed his cock. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, to put it bluntly, yes.
Yeah.
Very similar to what the Pope does.
Put it bluntly.
Very similar to what the Pope does on Easter to criminals and stuff.
Yeah.
So what was the story? Got you fascinated? Like feet washing. Like what was?
I think it appeals to my submissive side with a man.
Right, because
bullshit.
Nothing like that happens
that's
these
just
days.
bullshit.
No one. We've invented fucking shoes and socks, so we don't really need to fucking wash our feet like they did in the olden days. Where
it's not really washing feet. It's not really washing feet, is it? No, it's like a metaphor.
On the fucking internet that I've seen her kneeling down, his fucking feet washed, right?
Yeah.
So don't say, it's not really feet washing. It is fucking feet washing. What is it? What do you reckon it is? Fucking cock washing, and they thought, can't use that word, better use feet instead. No fucking chance.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure you're right.
I would like to explain this too.
But tell us the fucking story anyway. Right? I told the Pope story.
Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was this dude, right? And he was told he was the son of God, even though he's never really met this guy because this God guy doesn't ever come down and even tell us to shut the fuck up, But anyways, so he was trying to do good things for people and tell them all kinds of nice stuff and be this way and be that way and you're with me or you're against me and blah, blah, blah. But then Mary Magdalene came along and she was apparently the village. Well, she was a sex worker, right? And back then, you see, this is the other problem I have with this. I mean, the sacred whore in the like the Viking, this was not a woman that was some kind of tramp. She was the sacred whore. I mean, she taught people, it was a very revered position because the kings and stuff.
Hang on a second, Ciprian. Just wait a second. I've got my take on this story too, right? This is the way I see it, right? Now, you was the local whorebag, as you said, and people wanted to fucking stone her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now Jesus, he popped up and he says, those who haven't sinned, cast the first stone, right? Now, let's think about this for a second, right? Now, at that time, right, Jesus hadn't sinned. So in other words, what he was trying to say is, I haven't sinned, I'm going to cast the first stone, like pick me. Yeah, right.
Stones with his balls,
right? Because it's not saying those who haven't fucked, let me be the first one to go and fuck because I haven't fucked, right? So everyone else who's fucked, they don't get a chance to have a fuck, right? But me being like a virgin, I turn around and say, okay, those who haven't fucked,
hold on,
first fuck. So in other words, Jesus is basically putting himself, because he wants to stone her. Because he says, those who haven't sinned cast the first stone. So in virtually 999 people in the fucking room out of 1,000 don't get to fucking stone her because of the fact that they've sinned. Whereas Jesus turned around and said, ha, 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 I got you on this one. I haven't fucking sinned. So I'm going to be casting the fucking first stone. So in other words, basically he wanted to cast the stones, right? Because he was saying, I haven't fucking sinned. So he's putting himself on the top of the table. Shut up, Rhodesy. Hey, Rhodesy.
What?
What's your fucking mobile number? I'll give you a call.
Oh, no.
Hey?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, cast long story short, that's the way my take on the story, right? Because of the fact that he hadn't sinned, right?
Mm.
So basically, he's saying, you know, like I'm your man, you know, I'm the man, right?
Yeah.
That's my take on the story, right? Because why else would you tell a story like that if you knew that you hadn't sinned? Why else would you tell everybody that story?
God, I'm glad you figured that out. You're right. You've exposed it. You have fucking exposed it.
I'm working out for myself.
I know.
It's a bit
You're smart that way.
It's a bit like, okay, let's just say, right, there's a kilo of marijuana on the table, right?
I'm putting you on speaker because I got to grab something to eat. Listen.
Stoners, right? I'm sitting around a room full of stoners, and I've never smoked in my life. And then and I say to the people, those who haven't sinned, right, can have the first smoke. And all these other people are all stoners. Basically, I'm saying, well, I'm going to take that kilo of marijuana because I haven't smoked, so it's mine, right? Basically, he's voting for himself by putting himself in that position to say, listen, all you stoners are all fucking stoned, and those who haven't stoned before cast the first fucking stone, right? So that's what my take on that story is. Basically, he's voting himself in by proxy, right? So that's my take on it anyway. Anyway, carry on with your the little, you know, sexy little whorehouse story, Rosie. Don't worry about fucking dinner, right? Tell the rest of the story.
I need to eat. I'm putting you on speaker. Let me just grab some food, and I'm just going into the kitchen.
You're on fucking. You got Bluetooth. You got the headset. You can walk around.
No, it's a new headset. It's got a.
Just fucking do it, okay, Rosie? And hurry up about it. Tell me the rest of the story. I told you my take on it. All right.
You need to lay off. So whatever you're doing, hold on. If you're taking drugs, you need to stop. If you're not taking drugs, you need to start. Okay? You're at a 10, baby. I need you at a 2. Seriously, love you. Love everything about you. Want to buy you an apartment? I want to stick in that apartment, and I want to put you up on a shelf. That's how much I love you.
Listen. Don't worry about fucking making dinner. Just crack open a fucking tin of beans, right, and eat those. If beans are good for down, they're good for you. Okay?
You're right.
Now hurry up with the fucking washing of the feet bullshit, right?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
We're only telling that story because they didn't invent fucking socks. They had no socks in those fucking days. That's why everyone was getting dirty feet.
I'm going on.
They're all walking around with fucking
to go get some dinner.
Sandals.
You better be here when I get back, because if you're not here when I get back, there will be hell to pay.
Of course you're fucking fit. I never heard anybody fucking walk around with fucking Adidas fucking shoes, right? Of course they all had fucking Jesus sandals, right? Now you know what Jesus sandals are. It's the one where you fucking you feed the fucking the string, you put your big toe in there, right? But then like some smart ass in the fucking 20th century invented thongs where, wouldn't it be better if we put your fucking a piece between your big toe and your fucking other small toes? It makes far more sense than having Jesus sandals where they go around your big fucking toe, right? Yeah, and Jesus used to wear fucking those Jesus sandals because I've seen fucking pictures of it. So he wasn't even smart enough to fucking think about fucking making thongs, right? Where you put the fucking the hook between the fucking big toe and your little toes, right? Because in the olden days, they used to put it around the big toe. So Jesus wasn't fucking that bright because he was wearing Jesus sandals in those days. I think, and not only that, I think they were made out of wood, where today we've worked out, well, isn't it better to have rubber, right?
She's gone.
Yeah. Even fucking Ciprian could have worked that out, how to make fucking thongs.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and that's why I like watching the feet story that much, because obviously if you're wearing fucking Jesus sandals, everyone's going to have fucking dirty fucking feet, right? Everybody, right? So really, the washing of the feet I got no idea what that's got to do with fucking prostitution or anything for that matter. Like, why would you want to wash your own feet? I say, you got the fucking things dirty, wash them yourself. It's like fucking you shat out of your ass. Why should I wipe your ass? Wipe your own fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm? Who today wipes other people's asses? Unless you're a fucking brown noser, right? So the washing of the feet fucking thing, waste of fucking time. I don't even know what the moral of the story is supposed to be. Oh, 30 feet, cast the first fucking stone, right?
Well, maybe not right.
Of course, fucking Jesus' feet weren't fucking dirty. Nah. But then again, Mary came along and started washing his feet. So even Jesus had dirty feet and a dirty fucking ass. As well as if he was so fucking pure and clean, he shouldn't have had dirty feet. What do you think about that, Ciprian? Hey?
Yes, Ciprian, what?
And here's another thing too, right? And this has fascinated me. Right? Like, what sort of toilet paper did they use in those days?
I think that's funny.
True. Or did they use toilet paper, right? You know, I've always wondered that. What did they use for toilet paper? You know?
They used that, haven't you ever seen those Roman movies where they use that stick with a sort of foamy thing wrapped around it?
Yeah.
Dipped in, and it's dipped in water, soapy water.
Oh, you're cracking up there, Sydney. You're breaking up, buddy. You have to do an F5 on me.
All right, give me one moment.
His own fucking feet, right? And what was it? Like a one-time off-washing?
Oh, I get it. You're a feminist. You're a feminist.
Now, what's that got to do with fucking dirty feet?
No male can, wash just his male feet. Why be a feminist and wash, the male feet?
Yeah, but this only happened once from what I gather, right?
Right.
It was only a one-off feet washing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was only a one-time
like
thing.
Feminist kind of shit.
You know, if he was fucking God, he shouldn't have got dirty feet in the first fucking place. Do you know what I mean? It's like having hang on a second, did he get a dirty ass?
To be honest, I kind of fucking agree with you. I always agree with you, of course, but you being right now. But I'm saying yes, indeed. If you're Jesus and all that shit, get your fucking feet dirty. Like you always. I mean, you say left and right, motherfuckers. You say motherfuckers left and right, and you get your feet dirty. What the fuck is that all about?
I know, exactly. It's like, hang on a second, it's like you got a dirty piss test, you know? Right? You shouldn't have if you're a junkie, right, and you go in for a piss test, and they go, you got dirty piss, that means you're a fucking junkie, right?
Hold on a minute.
That's the whole idea of going for a fucking piss test, right?
This test.
Why did they have dirty feet?
Hello, people, question. This test, was it held in Rome?
Well, the dirty feet thing, somewhere in fucking Jerusalem it happened.
Okay,
I don't know exactly.
Maybe Rome, Wisconsin.
It's a lot more dusty in Jerusalem than it is in Rome. Very dusty.
What do you mean, like Rome,
so I can
Wisconsin?
I can understand the foot washing ritual because it's very dusty. When you walk around in sandals, when you're walking to somebody's house or your own house, it's probably a good idea to wash your feet because you're full of dust.
I don't think they had carpets in those days, Sydney, so I wouldn't have. It would have been like stone floor, so I don't think it mattered that much.
It mattered very much.
Or maybe.
And not only that,
don't say they didn't have carpets, because the Afghanis have been making rugs for 100 million years. So
yeah, but they didn't have fucking vacuum cleaners, did they?
Have you heard of a Persian rug? I mean, it's not an Iranian rug. It's not a Islamic Republic of Iran rug. It's a Persian rug.
So what? What do you think they made it out of?
So the Persians have been making rugs They've
right?
been Persians, and they stopped being Persians when the Muslims took them over. So they've been Persians for many, many, many centuries before that.
Yeah, but they're still making.
Making rugs. Just saying. I mean, I'm just saying.
Anyway, that fucking washing of the feet story, what Rhodesy told, and she heard it from fucking someone else.
Is that her favorite Bible story?
Well, I don't know if it was. I just told her to tell me about
I think
one of the stories.
What's your favorite Bible story?
What I want to do is let's move on from the fucking feet fucking bullshit washing another fucking story.
Okay. What's yours?
And I don't care which one she chooses. It better be a fucking humdinger, right?
What's
could
your
be the
favorite?
boat building fucking one. It could be the leprous one. It could be fucking any of those fucking many fucking bullshit stories that we've heard from the Bible, right? As long as she brings a good context to it and tells the story how she sees it, and we're gonna wait for her to come back anyway.
She's here somewhere.
Yeah, she's sort of here, but she's not. She says, "Oh, I've got to get something to eat." But like one day she's got that like Bluetooth fucking headset working really good. Now it's not working so good.
Dude, Bulldog, I fucking love your kind of style and shit.
Yeah.
Always
I
been
don't know.
on.
Some people say I've got no fucking style. I've got fucking heaps of style, right?
Not that kind of style.
Right?
Not that kind of style. You don't have that kind of style.
You know,
they have the style that I like.
Some people say that I'm funny, but I don't think so, because if I was fucking funny, I'd be a comedian and I'd be telling jokes in front of a big audience, right? And so therefore, I don't think I'm very funny.
That
right?
not having
So
style.
like
Comedians
funny,
don't
like
style.
what? Funny like I'm a comedian? Like what? Funny like I'm a...
You know, yeah, like funny, like ha ha ha, you're very funny. That sort of funny. Yeah. I just want to fucking
you're definitely kind of one of those guys.
Right? And then while she's walking up and down the aisles, she can poke the camera at the things on the shelf, right? I think she's done that once before, matter of fact. I can't remember, but I'm thinking it was Rhodesy. But it's better, because for me to phone Rhodesy, it'll cost her no money, whereas if she does it the other way around, it'll chew up her gigabytes, right?
I don't think there's any chill in Australia.
Any what?
Any chill pills.
No. We don't have chill. We're already fucking chilled, right?
Well, you're not.
Doesn't matter. I won't be, but I will.
You're always 100.
When I
100%.
fucking get some coronas into me, I'll fucking chill out. Right?
Would you rather? And again, I can come up with what's her face?
Rhodesy.
Dude, you just like half an hour ago went for her. Angelina, right?
Yeah, I told you I was
Would
going
you
to fuck
rather?
her. I told you I'm going to fuck her, all right? I've already told you this. You asked me before this question.
This not about you.
Yes. I want to fuck her. Line it up for me and I'll give her one, okay? Just fucking line it up. Right? I won't even think twice about it. I'd give her one. I'll even fuck her with your fucking dirty ass cock. All right? No problem. I don't give a fuck. All right? I'd give her a thumping with anybody's cock.
My cock is clean enough.
Exactly. That's why I could use your cock.
Apart from your ass. Apart from your ass. Or I've always remembered that people.
Hey, Ciprian, what do you think about prostitution?
Should be legalized.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
But isn't?
Well, in some countries it's not. Like, for instance, in my country, there's prostitution, but, you know, like everybody just turns a blind eye to it. You know, we all know, you know, it's there, right? You know, like it's not.
Hold on.
Secret.
It's not legalized in Australia?
Oh, in some in some in parts of Australia, right? Like for instance, in Kalgoorlie, which is in Western Australia, it's legal, right? But in the rest of Western Australia, it's not legal, but the coppers don't do anything about it. But the reason why it's legal in Kalgoorlie is because Kalgoorlie was the gold mining country of, like the gold mining joint of the world, basically. Like there was more gold pulled out of Kalgoorlie at one stage in time than anywhere else. Like it was on the top of the ladder.
So
Every place in Kalgoorlie had a pub, right? And there's still pubs in Kalgoorlie. Like there's one place in Kalgoorlie, I think it's called Hannah Road or whatever it's called. There's a pub on every corner, right? So in other words, like, there was like 100 blokes to one fucking girl. So prostitution became legal there because there just wasn't enough girls to go around. So that's why they legalised prostitution, and it's been legal ever since.
Should be legal though.
Yeah. Right. And besides being married anyway, Ciprian, it's basically prostitution anyway, right? You pay for it regardless, right? Because you've got to maintain these women, right? They need their fingernails done, they need lipstick, they want their fucking hair done, blah, 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 blah. And the list goes on and on and on and on. So basically, it's fucking legalized prostitution. That's all it is. All right. So when you're saying, prostitution should be legalized, well, it is, because when you get married, right, that's your whore, right? That's your fuck bag, right? And you're going to be paying for it. Now, I had a friend of mine. He done some maths on this, and he said to me, he says, he done the maths and I done the math, and it worked out cheaper to fucking get a proper prostitute and not get married. Right, because with a proper prostitute, you're going to get a fuck. Right? There's no fucking ifs, buts, or maybes. Right, with a wife, like she's got a headache, you're not going to get a fuck. You're not going to get a punch up. You're not going to get a hand job. A matter of fact, you're going to get a slap.
Well, you said with a proper prostitute.
Yeah, a proper one where you ring up and you go, you send fucking Sally around, yeah, no worries, she'll be around in 10 minutes, okay. Sally comes over, your fucking place, you pull your cock out, and bingo, fucking Bob's your uncle. The thing about Sally is she won't chew your fucking arm off or your ear off after she leaves, right? All she's going to do is say, give me $100, you say, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Right now, with your wife, right, you're gonna have to feed her, you're gonna have to clothe her, you're gonna have to house her, and that's gonna cost you $200 versus the $100 with the prostitute. And the beauty of a prostitute is they don't get jealous, right? So, for instance, like you could fuck a different prostitute every single week. Now, if you tried that with your wife, she's going to slap you across the face and say, what the fuck are you doing fucking other women? And you say, well, I don't want to fuck you no more. And she goes, you're a fucking cunt, I'm leaving you. And then and then you lose half your house, half of everything. Whereas a prostitute, she's not going to take you to court and say, hey, you can't ring up other prostitutes. It's like tough luck. I'm changing, and there's no legals. You don't need lawyers involved. You don't need all the bullshit. So that's why I'm saying that prostitute's actually a cheaper way out than being married.
I think you're right.
Don't worry. You know how I know I'm right? My bank manager told me. He said, John, you can't keep buying fucking houses for these women. You're going to go broke. By the way, right? He said you're going to go broke, and I said, yes, you're right about that. I says, I can't afford it anymore. And that's when he was the one who says, prostitutes will be better for you, John, because, and that's when he told me all the upsides and there was no basically downsides. Right?
Who's this worker called John?
Yeah. So, yeah. And put it this way, I've got living, breathing proof, right? Right. Like, look at Rosie. She's been through 4 husbands, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, those 4 husbands all can't be fucking wrong. Or hang on a second, I haven't finished. Hang on, I haven't finished. Unless Rhodesie is no good judge of a man. She's either picked fucking 4 bad people, right? And that means she's no good judge of a man, right? Or the men are all right and Rhodesie's a bitch all along. So, it's got to be one or the other. Right? Yeah. Look at Rosie. Look at her. Look, she's looking and going, "Oh, fuck! You worked me out, you bastard." Of course, I fucking worked it out. Yeah. Right all along, Rhodesy.
Sugar, you speaking like into about
now Rosie's put her headset on. Now I have to repeat myself because I didn't realise that Rosie wasn't listening.
No, I heard you. I heard everything you said. Can you hear me?
Right. So
Okay.
do you plead guilty? Do you plead guilty?
No. Yes, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I do pick very badly, or I did pick very badly. But only one of them left me. I
think you're wrong.
Hold on.
I think you're wrong. You just have a Magnum in your right arm.
She's no judge of man, right? So therefore, Rosie,
I think
anybody in Hangouts,
I think that Bulldog. I think that Bulldog.
She's making another mistake.
I think that Bulldog, both Bulldog and Ciprian, are not being very respectful to Sugar, who would like to finish what she was saying before you guys interrupt. That would be lovely, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't pick men. I picked badly. I left 3 of them. Only one of them left me. And that third one calls me all the time and wants to sleep with me. And I said, because you're married.
Hey, Rhodesy, you know the guy who left you? I want his mobile number.
Why?
I want his number.
He calls me all the time.
What do you mean why? I'm going to tell you why. I want to ask him why he left you.
I can tell you why.
No. I want to get it from the horse's mouth. I don't want secondhand bullshit information twisted. And
he told me why. He told me why.
Yeah, but he probably told you a load of bullshit to let you down lightly.
No, I don't think so.
Oh well, you're already a bad judge of blokes. So I don't want to hear you saying, "Oh, I don't think so."
That's not for sure. Because I start this conversation off with "I like you, I like Bulldog," so you know I'm a shitty judge of men character.
No, exactly. You're a bad judge of character. Exactly. You're a bad judge of blokes.
Yeah, what I said.
Fucking hell. Hey, no one's got it more wrong than you. Now,
I think I've been celibate for the last 2 years, except for one time.
I would like to get one of your husbands, I don't care which one, and I'd like to get him on a hangout, and we could do an interview with him.
I can arrange that. I can arrange that.
Can you? Mm-hmm. I'd love that. And you can be in the room, but you're not allowed to say too much.
Okay.
Right? And I want to do the interview.
He sits and listen to you guys.
Yeah. You can interject any time you want, but I'd like to get him into a room, but I get to ask him questions for an hour, right? And you have to just lay back and listen to it, whether it's right or wrong. And then afterwards, I've done the interview. Then we can start the back and forth. And then we do it like a debate type thing. But I want to do the interview straight off the bat.
Straight away.
And the reason why I want to do that is because I don't know any of your husbands from a bar or so I have to interview them, and I have to work out their character in an hour's time, which is going to be fucking difficult, right? But at least that way. But you get him into a hangout, and we'll start the ball rolling, and I reckon it'll be a great little hangout. And I don't want him leaving after an hour or something, because there's going to be a lot of questions flying around the room, a lot of accusations, and I have to make up my mind who's telling the truth and who's lying. Because, you know, when two people bust up, there's obviously someone's going to lie and someone's telling the truth. And that's why with bust-ups in marriages, it's difficult to tell who's telling the truth and who's lying.
That's why we've been friends for 34 years. That's right.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, if you were that close, he wouldn't have left.
No, we weren't that close 34 years ago, obviously. I was the one that left. It was number 3. Number 3 was the only one that left. I left 1, I left 2, 3 left me, I left 4.
Which one are you going to bring into the room?
The only one that would agree to do it, not number 1.
How do you know number 2, number 3, number 4 are not going to do it?
Because I know them. I know what they think.
Yeah. You know them. That's why you chose them and failed. You can't fucking know them, because if you knew them, you wouldn't have got married to them in the first place. So that statement that you've just made is not fucking true. You didn't know them because that's why you divorced them.
Yeah. Is this all as fun to you when you know it doesn't bother me? Because it seems like it wouldn't be as fun.
No. Listen, I've heard this story about, I knew this person so well, blah, blah, blah. And in the end, after 20 years, it was revealed that he's a fucking child molester, or he's a fucking axe murderer, or a fucking drug addict. And it's always the people going, I never knew. He was living right next to me and I never fucking knew all of these years. How did he get away with it? I hear that story time and time again, and then you're telling the same story going, oh, but I knew him, and I know what he's going to do, and I know what he's not going to do. Hey, let me be the best. I want to do the interview. Not you. You obviously not asking the right questions because you didn't know. Because if you did know, you wouldn't have married him. But you did marry him, which proves that you didn't know them.
Yeah.
All right. But I don't care. You start off with the first one. I don't care which one you pick. You pick first. I pick second. How's that sound?
All right. Yeah, you always get my sloppy seconds. That's appropriate.
I don't care about your sloppy seconds and all the bullshit. All right, you go, but I know him better than you. Yeah. Oh, but I've been divorced 3. You know, it's hang on. Here's something. There's a woman out there. I can't remember her name. I think, she's an actress. She's been married about 12 times.
Liz Taylor.
Is it Liz Taylor? Yeah. And she wrote a book on how to save your marriage.
Well, no, there comes a time. There comes a time when you learn your lesson.
I couldn't believe it. She's been married 12 times, and she's trying to say how to. And she can't even save her own fucking marriage.
So are you suggesting that people can't learn?
Obviously she can't.
Yeah, because I'm not going to get married again, so I learned my lesson.
Oh yeah. You've learned your lesson. Yeah. Like Liz Taylor 12 fucking times. Hey, and then afterwards, I couldn't believe it when I found out she wrote a book on how to save your marriage. I thought, hang on a second. That's like a guy writing a book on how to win a car race, and he's always come last.
Yeah. I wish you
It
guys
rolled
came
out
last.
the Tu-154, a 3-engine aircraft built in
this is how to
1980.
win a fucking race. Yeah, I'll read his fucking book, but I'm not going to read a fucking book on someone who's always fucking came last and says, my career in the fucking car racing industry where I never won a race and I always came last. Oh yeah, all he's going to give me is all the fucking hard luck stories of fucking blown out tires and fucking this broke down and that broke down, blah blah blah. It's all fucking. It's not telling me how to fucking win because he doesn't know how to win because he's never fucking won. Same as fucking Liz Taylor, how to save your fucking marriage.
Take a breath. Yeah.
Oh yeah, take a breath. You just get one of your husbands on and let's have a Google Hangout, right? And I want to interview him.
Okay, I'll get on that.
And I don't want you butting in and going, oh, hang on. Oh, don't say this, don't say that. Oh, be nice. No. You get him in and you sit there. And you're
turning into Rob, you know that, right?
And you only ask questions.
Turning into Rob.
Right? And
you know that.
There's not going to be any secret fucking.
Do you see any of the similarities? Do you see yourself? Do you see what you've become, Rob?
Hey, don't worry. I'm not fucking Rob. I want your husband in the room, and I want to settle this, and I want to find out what happened. And how it happened, his version. I don't want to hear your version. Your version is going to be distorted. It's like a court case. There's always two sides to a story.
My version is going to be full of lies, just full of lies.
Well, I want to find out, and I want to get down to the nitty gritty, and I want to find out for myself, and I want to do it in 2017, right? And I want to find out the truth of the matter, right? And I want to hear, you're lying. Yeah, I want to hear it because he knows what went on. I don't know what went on. He knows. I've got your side of the story. I want to hear his side of the story. That's only fair.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, because you said to me many times, I don't know which husband it was, probably all of them, but I don't know, maybe two that they were narcissists. Well, if he's a narcissist,
I thought the last one was, but he isn't.
Oh, okay. So you thought again wrong. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm wrong a lot.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. 4 out of 4.
It's a human
Hang on a second.
Humans are often wrong.
Rhodesy, I've got another question for you, and I know you're going to lie, but I'm going to ask you anyway, right?
Yeah.
Now, you had 4 husbands, right?
Yeah.
Now, you had boyfriends in the middle, right?
No.
What happened to those?
In the middle? Wait, in the middle? You mean in between?
Yeah, in between. Yeah, exactly. Like, for instance, like let's say you got married in 2000.
Yeah.
And you got divorced in 2002, and then you got remarried in 2000. 2005. Well, in the middle would be 2004, right? So you might have had a boyfriend in the meantime, right? So what happened to the boyfriends in the middle, or in the meantime? What happened there?
I wasn't that kind of girl.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
No. This was part of my. No, it's even better. It's even better. This actually feeds into your narrative even better, because I would go from. This is the first time I've ever lived on my own, right? Right now, at 52 years old, I went from parents to husband to husband to husband.
Yeah. No boyfriends in the middle. I knew you'd lie. I knew you'd say something stupid like that.
I never. What? I never said there weren't, but they were very brief. If I only went out with them a couple times, if I did not like them, then I would stop going out with them.
Yeah, but you're not understanding where I'm coming from.
I did have one boyfriend for a while. He was a fireman, and he was the first person to ever dump me for an entire month.
Was that in between marriages?
Yeah, sure was.
And why did he dump you?
Because he said that I wanted to get married. He said eventually he thought I would want to get married, and he never wanted to be married again, and he thought that it wasn't fair.
Oh, in other words, he pegged you because you did want to get married, and you did get married.
Well, yeah, it was a long time ago. He wasn't wrong, but that wasn't the point. The fact is, he hasn't gotten married to this day, but he does have a long-term girlfriend. But
Oh well, you could have still been that girlfriend if you played your cards right.
But I couldn't, could I?
Well, because you couldn't play your cards right.
Well, I was a dumb bitch. What can I say?
Playing poker and you were playing fucking bridge.
Well, I'm not real smart. Haven't you figured that out yet?
Of course, that's why I said to you before you should dye your hair blonde.
I got a blonde wig. Is that going to work for you?
No, I know you showed me before, but that was when you but I knew him. I wouldn't mind if you came on a hangout with that blonde wig on.
I'll do that for you.
Yeah, in the new year though.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
Yeah, do the blonde wig thing.
Yeah.
Right? And change your name, right?
Okay, I'll change my name.
Yeah, you choose the name.
You change the voice too?
No. Just the wig. I want you to come on with the wig and make it look like that you're someone else. Choose a different name you want to call yourself, right?
All right.
And come on a Google Hangout, and we'll pretend that you're someone else, and we'll see how it goes.
Good thing nobody's listening right now.
It doesn't matter even if they are. It's only going to be like 4 or 5 people are in on it. It's not like the whole G Plus network's going to find out.
Ah, bloody hell! Freezer burn.
Yeah. Everybody's got their eyes on you.
Oh yeah. Because I'm just that way. I think everybody's looking at me, everybody's talking, and everybody's
exactly. What do you think? What you think we get like 600 fucking viewers when you come on? Come on, Rhodesy, stop it.
Come on.
Hey, who do you think
fabulous.
You are? Fucking Marilyn Monroe?
I'm fabulous, and you know it.
Oh yeah.
If you lot haven't figured it out yet, that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Anyway, that's the blonde wig thing that we're going to do that one. And we'll also, I want one of your ex-husbands to come on a G Plus hangout, right?
All right.
And I want to do a full interview, and you let me know the day before that he's going to come on, right?
Okay. All right.
And then we start the interview on fucking like any channel you want, even if it's Sydney's channel, a no Christian channel, by the way. And we start the interview off, and and I'll just start interviewing him. And the questions are going to be really hard, okay? So don't think this is going to be easy on either.
Like what's your name?
Yeah, like I want your full name and everything like that.
Like what's Rhodes' real name?
No holes barred, like no, you can't ask this, no, you can't ask that bullshit. I'm going to be asking questions all over the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right.
Yeah, I don't want this like, no, you can't ask that. Oh, that's no.
You can't ask that.
No.
See, do you hear yourself? You hear yourself? You sound just like Rob. What are you doing to yourself, man? Pull it together.
Rob's dead and buried, okay?
All
You're
it
not going to see him
together.
for 6 months until he gets out of rehab,
I'm
okay?
worried about you. I'm really worried about you.
I
Do
don't
not
want
hear
you
the
to
things
worry
you're
about
saying.
me, all right? I'm worried about me, but you don't have to worry about me, okay?
I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about you too.
Listen to him. Doesn't he sound like
He's
Rob?
starting to sound just like Rob.
Well, it doesn't.
I know, he does.
Rob's never done a fucking interview with anybody. This is going to be a first-time interview on the internet with Rhodes' husband.
It's my daddy.
I've queued it up.
That's my daddy.
Hey, Rosie, have you got any pictures of your ex-husbands?
No, actually, I don't.
Why not? Have you burned them all?
Well, I do have some, but I'd have to find them. They're, yeah.
Well, you've
got,
just moved
there's
house.
probably some on Facebook.
Everything is. Hey, Rosie, you've just moved house. You should know where everything is.
Let's see. Let me show you. Let me show you where everything is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all in here. It's all in there. Does it look like a mess?
Not really. A bit of just a couple of pencils on the ground.
That's just the obvious. I mean, just the office. I'm just.
Oh, okay. So that's why there's pencils on the ground.
Area.
Oh, yeah. You're trying to find a real messy room to go, oh, look at that. It's so messy. I can't find anything.
Here, I've got all kinds of stuff that I'm trying to. Here's a living room. I'm trying to get all that situated. There.
I've seen you in there before with the TV on. Hey, if it's good enough for you to walk in there, it's good. It means you can maneuver around.
There's a little one desk.
Yeah, well, like you're only one person. I don't expect to see a full-on fucking
What a
office.
mess. Fucking mess.
Oh, yeah. What you're trying to make it look like is, if I had some pictures on there, you wouldn't be able to find them on that desk. I can see exactly what's on the desk. You know where those pictures are, Rhodesy.
Yeah? What's your point?
I'm getting bored.
Oh, I can't imagine why, Ciprian. Can't imagine why.
You know what? Because you've got no imagination. You just find those pictures and you get him on the internet.
Your imagination.
And I don't want to hear you turning around and going, I forgot about that. Oh, that slipped my memory.
If you want to choose paradise.
I've got a bad memory thing. Right? Okay, because I don't want you to say, yeah, I forgot.
There's
really
nothing to it.
Yeah, that's it. So don't try and sing it away. That's what Rob Beasley used to do.
Living here. The pure imagination.
Hey, if anything's rubbed off on you, it has been fucking Rob Beasley. Yeah, funny you should try and sing it away. Yeah, you're trying to hide it.
Yeah. Yeah, Bulldog, Australian, the maniac.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. It's going to be maniac fucking mayhem in 2017 when I get you and your husband on the same hangout, and it has to be the same fucking time. Yeah, don't get mad, Rhodesy. I see you throw that thing. Don't get mad. Get even. Don't get mad. Get even. That's what I've always said. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Rosie, and Rosie, I know what you're going to do. You're going to ring him up 2 nights before and say, don't say this and don't tell him this and don't tell him
no.
that. Hey.
No. If he'll agree to it, I'm playing by the rules. Are you kidding? I want to see where this goes.
Oh, yeah, no, I know how people G things up and they go, listen, there's this guy called Bulldog and we're going to go into a hangout and don't tell him about this and don't tell him about that. And as soon as I hear him being fucking like, I can't tell you, I'm going to know straight away that you've G'd him up. Right?
Yeah,
I'll work that out. Well, because you couldn't play, you don't think I'm stupid?
No, you're like, you're like, you
got married 4 times. You're stupid. Okay, let's get one thing straight here.
Yeah.
And no boyfriends in the middle. Oh, yeah, away.
No, there were boyfriends in the middle. There were lots of boyfriends. I wouldn't call somebody that I just went out and fucked a boyfriend, though. You're not defining your terms.
I don't know what you're trying to say. You don't know what a fucking boyfriend is. So,
yeah, I'm telling you, just because I slept with the man doesn't make him my boyfriend.
You could only date him for like 2 or 3 fucking weeks, but he was your boyfriend for that fucking time. Okay?
Nah, he wasn't my boyfriend.
Oh yeah, nah.
Just because you fuck somebody doesn't mean they're your boyfriend, right?
Yeah. Come on, Rhodesy. I can see you getting all sweaty, getting all fucking agitated, worried. Look, take some calm down pills. Go on, take your calm down pills. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Calm down pills from Spring Valley.
Yeah, right. Calm down, Bills. If I want to calm down, I'll just hang up this phone.
Oh, yeah, look, swallow those pills down with a bit of water, okay?
Water.
Or water, H2O then.
I think I-
Rosie. Hey,
First
listen,
I'm-
Rosie, after this interview, you're going to be rattling. You're going to be rattling like fucking like Tom Harder. He got rattled. He had to ring up his fucking drug dealer at fucking 12 o'clock midnight after he got rattled, right? You could be in the same. I suggest, you know what I suggest, Rosie?
What?
Take some calm down pills prior, during, and after, because this is going to be a 1 hour ride in hell.
Epic.
Right? I'm telling you. And this is your first one.
Nah,
Hey,
nah.
fucking 3 more to go. And when you say, oh, no, they don't want to come on G+. Like, you're no mind reader, okay?
I'll do my
Let's
very
get
best to get all. I'll do my very best to get all 4 of them. Number 3.
Rosie,
Number two, I can-
if you can't get them on, you give me the phone numbers and I'll guarantee you I'll get them on. Don't you worry about that, Rosie.
Yeah, you know what? You do that. You go right out on your porch and you wait for me. And when I get there, I'll give you the phone numbers.
No, I won't go out. You just give me their mobile numbers or whatever you need
Mobile.
to do. I'll contact them. I don't, even an email address. I'll email them and you watch. I'll get them on. I don't give a fucking teach them how to fucking turn the computer on to get them on G+.
Okay.
Right? And then you're going to come around and go, oh, how'd you find out about that? And say, Bulldog told me your email address and that's how he got in contact with you. And he's going to be going, oh, okay, what do you want? And that's when the shit's going to really hit the fan.
Really hit the fan.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Listen, hey, Rosie.
Yeah.
You know that red hair? That's all going to be on your face. You're going to go red, and you're going to be firing up, going, "That's not fucking true, you bastard!" Oh yeah, you're going to the anger. You're going to have to take anger management classes after I interview you and your boyfriend,
bang.
well, ex-husband, I should say.
Okay.
And I don't, and I know that you've got their addresses and their names, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even want to know.
I don't know where number 2 lives. Listen, I don't know where number 2 is. Listen, I don't know where number 2 lives. I know what city he lives in, but I don't know his address, and I don't know his phone number because his wife does not like me. But she's leaving him, so.
Not Chinese.
Who told you?
What do you mean? Who told me? My fucking brain worked.
This one says no reason for love or unconditional
I
love.
reckon it says, marry me, I'm stupid.
That's hysterical, but no.
Oh, yeah. Well, I say yes, right? You say no, right?
You say yes.
You've had
I
4
say
mistakes.
no.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
say
You
why.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know.
And after we get past that interview, I'm going to make my final judgment after at least I want 2 people's testimony, right? 3 would be better and 4 would be the ultimate. And I'm going to put all the pieces together and join the fucking dots and then work it out for myself. And if you say, oh, I can't contact him and I can't I'll say, you know what I'm going to say to you, Rosie? You give me his fucking name and his last place of address, blah, blah, blah. I'll find out where he is. And then I'll say, okay, I found him. I'll get him on Google Hangouts. And you're going to go, oh, that's totally amazing. How did you manage to do that? And I'm just going to say, well, you know, you're not as smart as me. And you're going to go, yeah, you're right about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
God. This is like
I can't wait.
This is like good dinner theater.
Hey, listen, hey, Rosie, 2017 can't fucking roll on quick enough for me. I'm going to give you the tip.
You know, the tip. Can't I have the whole thing?
You're going to be
stingy.
Going, I can't believe you know, after this interview, you're going to say, I can't believe I got involved with this shit.
Hell, every day I log on and even look at Google Hangout, I say, I can't believe I'm still watching this shit. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Hey, listen, I'm going to get to the bottom of all of this.
The bottom? There's a bottom right here.
Bottom of it, okay?
That's my bottom.
I'm the fucking hound dog. I'm never going to let go.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah.
Crying all the time.
And you're going to say,
yeah, you know about a hound dog.
Picking up all the fucking filth. Now, Rosie, just stay there. I'm just going to go get a drink. Okay, don't run away.
All right. I'll be right here.
Yeah.
You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Said you were high class. That was just a lie. Oh, all right. Sorry, you're not going to sing in with me? All right, never mind. Oh, man. Conversations with Bulldog. Poor Ciprian. Oh, right. Not. Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money. What? You don't know that song? Sorry. Thought maybe you did. So, Sid, how's it going? Good? Good. Glad to hear it.
I never said it was going good, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you then.
It's going because that's chronology happens.
It's going.
But
Goa.
yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh.
What are you working on?
I'm making a little dinner. I'm making some dinner, and I am putting together a little drink here.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm almost done with my dinner. I'm almost done making it.
I see.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
What's on the menu?
Noodles, organic root vegetables, and sesame sauce. Oh, and I'm going to scramble some eggs into it as well for the protein. Trying to eat better. Oh, there we go. Right. You feeling better, huh?
Well, 2017. Can't come.
Oh, I hear it. Oh, glad you got that other beer. Oh, that's good.
I don't want you. Hey, Rhodesy, all right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't even play tricks on me and say, oh, I can't remember his name, and I can't remember where he lived, and I don't know his last name. Maybe he changed his last name. All that bullshit. Don't even try that shit on me, Rhodesy, okay?
All right, sorry. I shouldn't have even tried.
I know his name was fucking Tony, but I can't remember his last name. I don't know. All of that bullshit, right? Yeah. Don't even go there with me with that.
Yeah.
Don't even
Never.
try.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I'm just warning you prior because I know people like you, like Tom Arter used to try that shit with me.
Tom Arter?
Yeah, Stewie fucking Whitehead.
Tom Arter.
He used to try and fucking go, oh, I can't remember, I don't know, but we'll get fucked, try it. That's it. That's what I used to say to Arter. That's why he tried to punch me, and he punched his computer screen. That's how much, and I fucking got him. And he couldn't work it out how I fucking digged up all that fucking filth on him.
Yeah, that's good.
You might even start doing that shit, like poking knives at the computer screen, going, "You bastard," right?
Here.
Yeah. And using words like "how dare." Yeah, that's it.
How dare you?
I'm gonna get you, Bulldog. Fuck you, cunt.
I'm gonna fuck you, cunt.
Yeah, that's it.
Didn't work for me.
Oh, don't worry, Rosie.
What's my motivation? I just don't. I'm not feeling like this part really suits me.
Don't worry. I'm gonna hit raw nerves left, right, and center, Rosie.
All right. All right. You're the man. Fucking hell.
Hey, listen. I got 4 blokes on my fucking side, okay, Rosie?
I bet you do.
4. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 blokes, right?
Yeah.
You're on trial, Rosie.
I'm on trial?
Yeah.
I always want to be on trial.
I'm going to get to the bottom of it, Rosie.
The bottom? The nutty bottom?
Yeah. You won't be doing that when you're in the hot seat, Rhodesy. You won't be dancing around that fucking room anymore.
I got a hot seat. You ever seen these little ice makers? Aren't they little cute?
Oh, yeah. Change the subject.
They pop out these. Okay, go ahead. Keep talking. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Have you ever thought
Sorry
about
about you. No. My apologies. How could I?
Oh, look how square the cubes are. Oh, look how tiny they are. Aren't they lovely? Yeah, that's a good way to get off topic.
Yeah,
talking about fucking ice cubes.
I can't get anything past you.
Hey, Rhodesy, if you think you can get past me with fucking ice cubes, and then you think, oh, you're doing a little test run, seeing if I'm going to go, oh,
I got another thing coming to me.
Yeah, Rhodesy.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Don't you worry about a thing, baby. Don't you worry about a thing there, pretty mama. What?
And I don't want any excuses like, oh, he's working 18 hours a day. He hasn't got
checks in the mail, like the checks in the mail. I'm here from the government. I'm here to help, and I won't come in your mouth. You mean like
the computer where he lives? Yeah, no internet access.
Some really good excuses.
Yeah.
That was a good excuse.
I'm going to give you the excuses before you make them up, Rosie. That's what I do with everybody. Right?
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, come on, G, because his wife will see, and she's going to get upset and divorce him. Yeah, excuse. Put that one. I'm going to put the excuses to bed before you make them all up, Rosie.
All righty. You're just smarter than the average bear.
Hang on a second, Rosie. I think I told you that excuse before you came up with it. I want to be the inventor of your excuses. Like I said, Rosie, 4 blokes can't be wrong.
You call me Rosie?
Right? Not Rosie, Rosie.
Rhodes.
Oh.
I like when you call me Rhodesy. I think it's very cute.
I like it too. That's why I invented it.
Clever. Rhodes.
Yeah, I think I've been the first one to call you Rhodesy, and if that's the case, no one else is allowed to because I'm the inventor of that. Okay?
Copy. Yeah, you are just like Rob these days. Anyways, yes, you're right.
You're going to be sweating. You're going to be in the hot seat, and I don't want you leaving your seat and going, oh, hang on a second. I'm just going to go to the toilet, and then you come back half an hour later and go, what's
I got the power.
The word you're saying. Oh, the battery's went on.
Everybody dance now.
Yeah. No batteries going flat. We don't want any of that bullshit.
What battery? What battery?
The ones in your headset, they're not working off fresh air.
There's no battery. It's plugged in.
Well, what did you think?
It's plugged into the USB.
Oh, the headset doesn't have any batteries in it? Really?
No,
really?
It doesn't. No.
Yeah, what's it? I told you, Rhodesy, what's it running on? Fresh air?
It's plugged into the USB port, Einstein.
Yeah, but it runs off fucking batteries.
No, it doesn't.
Or how does it pick up a signal if it's got no batteries in it?
It's plugged into the computer.
Where's the cord?
It's plugged into the computer.
Where's the cord?
Right here.
Yeah, but where's it going to your headset? I can't see the cord.
Right here. See?
Oh, there. Okay, I couldn't see it because of your black top. Okay.
It's actually charcoal gray.
We've got that sorted out. I didn't see the cord before because your black top was hiding it.
Yeah. God, this is horrible. Gross.
Yeah, I think the spaghetti looks horrible too. I don't know how you could eat
spaghetti.
What is it?
It's noodles, but it's not spaghetti.
Fucking noodles, spaghetti, same fucking shit.
Well, spaghetti indicates.
It's like fucking people say, I don't know what that word means.
Because of the beets, it turned pink.
What a fucking we don't call it that.
What an idiot. Bulldog, this is all your fault.
Is that a motor car?
This is your fault.
A pickup truck.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things.
What's the chemist shop? Oh, we call it the drugstore. Or what do you think a fucking chemist deals with? Fucking peanuts?
Look, the people that founded this country were people who were too geeky to even live in Europe. I don't take any responsibility for that. My family's only been here 2 generations.
What's a fucking chemist fucking deal with then?
Shit.
Fucking hell. Peanuts? Coffee beans? What's he fucking dealing with?
I don't know.
I didn't know that he was a chemist. Why would they call him a chemist? Well, most people who fucking buy the fucking joints are fucking chemists. Wouldn't that make sense? Whereas a drugstore, maybe the fucking bloke who bought the shop's a fucking druggie.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But do we call him a druggie? No, what do we call him? We don't call him Mr. fucking shop owner, right? Even though he is a shop owner.
Call him a pharmacist.
Oh, yeah.
Look what I got. Okay, Google, play Wham.
Sure, check out this Wham radio mix on Google Play Music.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Google, stop. Love it. I'm gonna boss it around all day like it's my bitch. I'm gonna give it commands. I'm gonna
the insight on what happened with your husbands now. Aha!
What?
You should have done that, Rhodesy.
What'd you say?
You treated your husbands like dogs, told them what to do. They got fed up with it.
I wish I wasn't home long, and I wasn't home enough to ever tell these guys what to do.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this in 2017, Rosie, so hold on to your fucking britches.
I got it. I'm holding on to my britches.
Hold on to them britches.
Hold on to them britches.
Right? Because it's going to get fucking really uncomfortable for you when I get you into the fucking witness box.
Who's going to make the final judgment? Who's the judge?
He's judge, jury, and he's judge, jury, and executioner. Make no mistake about that.
Because we're going to be live, right? So in the outside chat, you can put a voting thing if you want, right? And there will be people there, right?
Yes.
Ding,
and
ding, in this corner.
There's going to be, hang on a second, also people in the outside chat and YouTube are going to be wanting to ask questions. And then they might spur me on to ask some more questions, and it's going to get really, really hot and fucking sweaty for fucking Rhodesy.
God, sounds exciting.
Because people are going to say, hey, Bulldog, ask her this and ask her that, and blah, 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 blah. So it's going to be full on. That's why I need a good maybe hour, maybe 2 hours. It could run into all sorts of hours. Who knows, right? Because people, people are going to have a lot of questions to ask. I'm going to have my set of questions, and then the other people in the outside chat are going to have their questions, and then you could turn around to Sydney and say, hang on a second, so and so is asking a question, and this question is directed at Rhodesy or the husband or the ex-husband for that matter, and we're just going to have to do it like that. Yeah. You'll need a lot of bottles of water and refreshment.
I think you should take a large dose of truth serum before we begin.
Oh, don't worry, that's me. I'm going to get to the bottom of this one way or another. And this is the first husband, the first one. Don't worry. The second one, I'm going to be asking similar questions. And then I'm going to correlate the answers.
Number two is way too quiet. Even if number two would agree to it, he's so quiet. He'd never agree to it. But even if he did, he's so quiet. I can't see him even talking. He's super quiet.
Yeah, but that was around you.
No, it was around everybody. We work together.
What do you mean? Like, what? Someone could say, "Oh, here, go and get the keys." And start the car, and he wouldn't give you an answer of yes or no. What would he just?
Yes, exactly. He would not talk. There were people when he and I got together. People were like, "How? I've worked with him for X amount of years, 10 years. I've only heard him say about 5 words." He's just very quiet.
So if you're see, this is the thing with you, Rosie. You're telling me all this thing, right? And then you turn around and says, "Oh, he's Mr. Quiet. I'm going to marry him."
Okay.
Rosie,
Let me take you back to the first statement. I pick wrong, and I am a badgered character. Yeah. You can remember that? Oh, what a day the Lord has brought us.
And I was telling you before about fucking the boat that can't be fucking built, Rhodesy, right? Now, like I've seen the Ken Ham fucking boat, and they flew this
I have
fucking
no idea what you're talking about.
thing across it, like a little what do you call it?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think. Anyway, I saw the back of it. There was these 3 giant concrete pillars, right? And at that stage, when I saw those 3 giant concrete pillars at the back, and I says, "What the fuck is that?" Oh, that's right, a drone, right? Because Ken Ham couldn't, he didn't know the drone was going on. Because if you were on the road and looking at the boat, you can't see the concrete buildings at the back of it, right? So it's like it's all.
I don't know who Ken Ham. I don't know who Ken Ham is.
He got the architect saying, "Well, hang on, I don't want anybody to see the concrete pillars holding up half the boat."
Ken Ham is.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know who Ken Ham is.
No, okay, but I'll tell you. Anyway, he's the one who built that stupid dumbass boat. But the beauty of it is he spent the money out of his own pocket, right? And the atheists love that boat because it just it debunks the Bible in so many ways.
All atheists? Every single one of them?
Yeah, every single one of them, right? It debunks it, and people have been inside it. And they says, they can't believe it. He's used all modern equipment to build it: steel bolts, steel beams, steel fucking. I need some steel here. Now, Ham, on the other hand, he must have. I can just imagine Ken Ham when he was in the office before the boat was built, and the engineers and the architects are saying, "No, Ken, you can't use that. You can't have this." And he's going, "Why not? Why not?" And he's going, "Well, it can't be built that way because even though we have all the modern technology in the world," and he's going, "No, I don't want any steel bolts." And I said, "Well, Ken, that's the only way we can hold this fucking thing together." Right, because it can't be held together any other way. And then Ken Ham says, "Well, hang on, how can you prove that?" And he says, "Well, back in 1920, right, we built this boat called the Wyoming, which is only 3/4 the size of Noah's Ark."
Really?
Yeah. It was called the Wyoming.
I'm completely listening to everything you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And anyway, they built this boat, and what happened when they used to take it out, when they took it out on its maiden voyage, it only got not even a kilometre out to sea, and it was twisting and buckling and turning, and they basically had to get the thing back into shore because of the fact that the wood could not sustain that amount of twisting and turning. It was buckling every way. So what they did is that they got the boat back into shore again. And then they decked it out with steel, right, to make it stop twisting and turning because they says, "Listen, this thing's not going to last 2 seconds, right, out in the ocean because of the twisting and turning, right?" So what happened afterwards that they put all the steel inside the boat again, or not again, for the first time because they had that stop it from twisting and turning because it was going to buckle under pressure, and it only had 100 blokes on board, not like a 10,000 fucking animals, So anyway, they put all the steel, and it had very severe leaking problems as well. It's coming inside the boat. Anyway, they took it out for another voyage, right? And they thought, right, this steel will stop it from buckling and turning and twisting and all this sort of shit. Anyway, they took it out, and you wouldn't believe it, Rhodesy. I'll tell you what happened.
What happened?
It even with all the steel in it, right? It sunk. It still fucking sunk, right? So even though the boat was only 3/4 of the size of the supposed Noah Ark, it only had 100 blokes on board. So if it had more people on board, like say for instance, if you was to load it up with say 10,000 animals, it wouldn't even. It would have sunk in my.
100 blokes. 100 blokes. That's a lot of semen.
100 blokes. Yeah, that's how many people. Because half of those were fucking bucketing all the water out of it because it was severely sinking, right? But the steel, okay, even though they had all these steel beams in there to try and stop it from twisting and turning, because, see, it's like a pop stick, okay? It's pretty strong when it's only like 1 inch long, but when it's 2 inches long, it starts to bend a little tiny bit. When it's fucking 10 inches long, it's bending a lot. And when it's like 100 meters long, it's definitely it's a pop stick that long, it's going to break. You know
after
what I'm
100 meters,
the
yeah.
longer it gets, it's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. Anyway, that boat was built in 1920, and they put steel and everything, and it still sunk. So what I was trying to say to you before is, like a boat built, say, 2,000 years ago, before fucking they even had the iota of fucking steel, there was not even a chance a boat like that could even support its own weight. Now, I can just imagine like when Ken Ham was in his office and these architects
Still don't know who Ken Ham is.
saying like, oh no,
Missing that piece
I
of
want
the
to build
puzzle.
a full
Don't know.
boat, and I don't want to put any steel in there. Go, no, Ken, you're going to have to put some steel in it, and we're going to have to waterproof it. We're going to have to use all these modern day techniques to, get around all this, and we're going to have to put air conditioning in there because people are going to suffocate because of the CO2. Not to mention, like, if you put animals in there,
I'm sorry, CO
everyone's
who?
going to die.
CO who?
CO2. Yeah, carbon dioxide. It's like you breathe in oxygen and you exhale, CO2. So
I thought you exhaled air. Air goes in, air goes out.
No. You inhale air or oxygen and then you exhale CO2.
Yeah.
That's how it works. A bit like a car engine, right?
Okay.
Like air goes into the carburetor, and out the back of it, after it's been mixed up and everything, carbon monoxide comes out. Right, so air goes in one end and carbon monoxide goes out the other. Same as the human, right? But we're not breathing out carbon monoxide.
Right. Sorry about that.
We're breathing out carbon dioxide.
Okay.
Which you can't breathe, by the way. Now, if you had, say, for instance, let's say 10,000 animals farting and breathing in air and all that, because animals tend to fart a lot, right? I'm just trying to think of the gas for that. That gas is actually poisonous. You can actually ignite it, and it will burn, right? And it will kill you. Now, let's say you had a boat
gas?
with one. Sorry,
methane.
Methane. That's correct. You are correct with that. It's methane. That's 100% correct. Right? Hang on a second. I just got to grab a refreshment, and I'm going to finish off this story one way or
another beer. Another beer? Oh, okay.
Yes, absolutely. It's Christmas time. Now, let me tell you something, Sugar. Right? I love telling Bible stories because they're so they're like fairy tales, but all with bad endings, right?
Okay.
Right. See, some fairy tales, a lot of them have good endings, but the Bible stories all have bad endings, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it, right? All their stories are all bad endings, whereas at least the princess, when she kissed the frog, he turned into a prince, right? Which is a good thing, Whereas the Bible starts off with a good story and turns it into a bad story, and then you get dummies, right, who believe in that sort of stuff. Anyway, getting back to the fucking boat. Anyway, and I could just imagine, because I was imagining this, and I was thinking to myself, like the arguments that Ken Ham, right? He's the guy who orchestrated to build the boat.
I still don't know who Ken Ham is. Really don't know who Ken Ham is.
No. I want to keep it natural as possible. I don't want air conditioning, and I don't want light. And they say, no, sorry, Ken, you're going to have to put air conditioning in there because the people go inside there, they're all going to die.
Your apology.
Asphyxiation. And not to mention, like I was saying to you before, Rosie, I says, I went down the supermarket and I said to the girls, not one girl, two girls, I says, have you got anything in the supermarket that I can buy, right, which is going to last a whole year and like the use by dates, and I says, and it can't be in a can because cans weren't invented back then, and it can't be in a plastic bag. And both girls, which I asked independently by the way, they says, no, there's nothing in the supermarket. And I says, are you 100% sure? And they says, yeah. And I says, so if I bought like 20 kilos of carrots or bananas or apples or oranges, are they going to last? They says, no, you'd be lucky. Bananas are right? So that wouldn't be good to take on a 1 year voyage. Oranges would suffer the same fate. Eggs fucking suffer the same fate. And I says, are you sure there's nothing in this supermarket? And they says, no, there's nothing. And I says, how do you know? And they said, well, we've worked here for 5 years. We're always changing shit on the shelves. And I says, why is that? And they says, well, it doesn't get bought. People end up throwing it away, right? And that's what people do. They throw it away. And I thought, well, what did fucking Noah take on the fucking boat that could last, well, not even a year, let's just say 6 months, and he starved himself for 6 months. And then they says, well, not even fucking water in a canister could last that long. And I says, why not? And they says, well, water goes stagnant. And I says, oh, right, it does too. I says, you did right. It has to be in a bottle where oxygen can't get to it, where it can't go stagnant. And I says, well, what does stagnant water do? And they says, well, if you have a look at your swimming pool after winter, you take the cover off and it's all fucking green. And I says, yeah, you're right about that. I says, water does do that. It goes all green and mouldy. Chlorine wasn't invented back then. You couldn't use chlorine to keep the water nice and fresh, right? And I thought to myself, not even water can last even in a canister for that long, because it would go green and mouldy.
That's nice. So you red one out for over a fucking hour. Yeah, sugar, yeah.
There's no way you could drink salt water.
Sugar, is he going to stop rambling or not?
I think maybe he this has kind of been his thing tonight, and I
think he needs to check himself into a padded room. Okay.
Well, I think he's turning into Rob, but he won't admit it. He's morphing into Rob, but he's got one over on me. So.
Story, Sugar. Like, do you know of any food substances, right? And feel free to fucking rattle some off, because maybe
I do. Honey.
Well, you can buy
honey.
Honey will last forever.
Honey will last forever. It's carbohydrate, has everything you need to survive as long as you have some water.
I didn't see anything on
peanuts.
That.
Peanuts will last forever as well. Dried peanuts.
Dried peanuts.
No, they don't. No,
they put salt on them. They salt the outside, and it lasts forever.
Yep.
Yeah, but then you need what? Then you need water to wash the salt off.
No, you don't.
If you get too much salt in your body, you'll dehydrate and you'll actually die.
But back then they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough salt.
It's like drinking salt water. You'll dehydrate yourself.
It wasn't possible.
Salting peanuts and then turning around and saying, "Oh, I'm going to eat them without drinking water," you will die.
That's a problem with modern salt, which is mostly sodium.
Think of
chloride. Full on salt
than peanuts. Okay, and peanuts don't last forever, by the way.
Speaking of nuts,
and not only that,
you've gone nuts.
I don't know.
Grain will also last for hundreds of years. Grain is like pasta shit.
I heard that Noah had Tupperware.
No, they didn't have Tupperware back then.
Oh, I think they did, but they kept losing the lids. So I don't know.
And
walking around one sock, because you always lose the one sock. Like Tupperware with no lids,
it goes once it goes stagnant, it goes off. Apparently, the longest you can keep it in those containers is a little over 3 to 4 weeks. And then if you do just you will die because
maybe they stopped at a port.
Grow into the water.
Maybe they stopped at a convenience store.
I owned a swimming pool, which I used to super chlorinate at the end of summer, and halfway through, not even halfway through winter, it used to go green.
Maybe they stopped at like a 7-Eleven or something.
Round and round we go.
It would have been a good idea if they had 7-Elevens back then, but they didn't.
There's always 7-Elevens.
Actual KFCs.
Well, you know what? Then it would have been a Walgreens, because Walgreens is open even on Christmas because they're Jewish. So Walgreens is always open.
And then well, there's all the boat builders and boats. And if we could build boats that big, we would be building boats that big, right? So even modern day technology today, they all know damn well that you can't do it, right?
Well, we're a little lazy.
No. You might call yourself lazy, but the architects and engineers of the world aren't lazy, because we build skyscrapers 100 stories big, so we're not lazy.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's how I know. Have a look at the Burj Khalifa, right? 100 stories.
Wiz Khalifa?
Sorry.
Asian Music Awards.
Taipei 101. 101 stories fucking high. That's why they call it Taipei 101. Right? Beautiful building, modern day technology. Right?
Where she stops, nobody knows. Round and round we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Yo, Jimbo, you owe me an apology.
He owes the whole world a fucking
he just knocked over his shelf. You see that? I think
He owes everybody
What?
on G Plus. all
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
atheists
wait.
spouting off his bullshit.
What did you just say?
One of his shelves just fell. I said I think he collapsed on the ground.
No, don't say that, Down. Don't say that.
Why?
That's not funny.
Why?
Honey, that's not funny because what if something's really wrong with him?
Well, do you realize?
No, you may have that opinion, but I don't. Okay, there, he's fine. All right.
It's not an opinion. Do you realize that?
That's right. Look, I don't tell you how to.
Let me fucking talk. Do you realize that he told a man who was suicidal and who was homosexual and suicidal that he was going to hell for being a homosexual? Do you realize that?
Do you two wrongs make a right? Down. I've never challenged you, honey. Please, let's not start, okay?
Let me finish talking. And Jim knew the guy was at a mental hospital when he told him this. Jim knew he was already there for psychological problems. What a fucking bitch. So you talk to her for 3 hours and she sits here, but I say one thing to her and she fucking leaves.
Yeah, because you asked the wrong questions, okay? This is the problem, right? You're not a very good interviewer.
So you're talking about William Cardinal there, Kevin?
Yep. That's right.
All right, I told him the truth, and hopefully he repented.
You told the truth, and he fucking killed himself.
Nothing to repent about because there's no God, all right? You got to get that thing out of your system, Hillbilly. There's no Jesus.
Bulldog, he just fessed up to telling somebody who was suicidal that they were going to hell.
Yeah, I know. He's done that fucking many times before because he's the Hillbilly is.
Fair, what I did was I told somebody who was suicidal.
Look at his condition.
Look
at him. Look at him.
Did you not hear what I said? I don't believe you listen.
Look at his condition, right? Even whales are embarrassed of Hillbilly. Even fucking modern day fucking whales would swim in the ocean would be embarrassed of Hillbilly. Look at his condition. Look at him. Absolutely disgusting. He's a glutton. And I'll tell you what Hillbilly's doing right now, right? I've worked out his little trick, right? I can see his little trick, right? Have you noticed he's put the camera on the other side so you can't see his tattoos? Right?
Yeah.
He thinks that fucking because we can't see them, right? His invisible God can't see them, but he's got one thing. Hey, he doesn't realize that we can still see your tattoos, Hillbilly. We've already pegged you for that, all right? And that's why he's changed the camera over because he doesn't want me to talk about his tattoos. And the Bible hates tattoos.
I could care less because you don't know squat about it. So that's enough of that.
No, you don't get to tell me enough about that, okay? I get to tell you, okay? You're a glutton, and we're going to talk about your gluttony, right? And I don't want to hear about, oh, I've got this disorder and blah, blah, blah. If you've got a disorder, you take it up with your fucking makeshift fucking God fairy fucking bullshit story, okay? That T-shirt looks like it's stretched to the limits, by the way. Looks like it's going to snap any minute. Down, Hillbilly wouldn't last 2 seconds in Australia. We'd fucking, hey, this cunt here, we'd put him in a fucking mental institution. You let these cunts run around in the fucking United States. I don't know why. Okay? He wouldn't last 2 seconds. That's why that silly fucking dumbass fucking Ken Ham and the other fucking idiot, they couldn't start up anything over here because we don't stand for that sort of fucking bullshit nonsense in our country, right? That's why Australia, we are the fucking leaders, right? We're not followers, all right? We are fucking leaders. We don't let these fucking idiots roam around. We fucking put them in fucking mental institutions where they belong. And they soon change their fucking mind, all right? A little visit in the fucking mental hospital over here and you'll change your fucking mind. Over in the States, they go, fucking hell, the mental institutions, that fucking chock-a-block, we haven't got time to put all these cunts in there. With their Sky Fairy fucking bullshit nonsense. And not only that, it's been debunked and debunked and debunked and debunked, right? But no, Hillbilly goes, no, it isn't, no, they're not reading it right, no, can't, no, I have to believe it, no, Hillbilly, bad luck, right? It's already been debunked. Sorry about that, Hillbilly, it's all been debunked. We're really, really sorry. What a shame. What a shame. Hey, see, here's another thing down. This is the problem what Hillbilly's got. See, he got indoctrinated while he was very young, and he took the story hook, line, and sinker, right? He thought he'd make something of it. He found out that fucking later on that it got debunked. There was too much fucking opposition. And instead of being a man, manning up and turning around and saying, yeah, you got a good point there. Yeah, maybe it is bullshit. Maybe the story about the fucking boat there can't, maybe that can't fucking be real because, modern science says, a boat like that can't float, which is, Ken Ham has proven that undoubtedly, right? Because he's got those 3 beautiful giant concrete pillars holding up half a boat, right? He should have manned up and said, yeah, okay, I want to be a man about this, and I know it's all bullshit. But because he's such an arsehole, fucking egotistical prick, he went on his merry way and went, no, I'm going to try and defend it to my best ability, and he's failed at every fucking corner. That's why he's turned into a narcissistic fat-ass prick.
Does anybody besides Bulldog in here talk in this chat room?
And that's why he gets all the little bubbles.
We got somebody who just blathers all the time, and then we got a pathological liar.
Which is you and your bullshit.
At least Sydney's
story.
here. Oh, Sydney's not here. Well, heck, there ain't nobody in there to talk to.
Fucking bullshit artist, as you know you are, okay? And that's why your fucking brain is on a one-way fucking mission, right? And you can't be educated. That's why you need a good clip across the fucking ear. Yeah, your story in your book, right? Exodus proven debunked, right? No evidence, no archaeological evidence. Don't even turn around and go, no, there's heaps of it. There's no fucking evidence whatsoever. Even in the Bible it says the city of Tyre will be destroyed and never rebuilt. Well, guess what, Hillbilly? The city of Tyre, right, was never fucking destroyed and is still here today. So what have you got to say about that? Well, yes, twist and turn and fucking bullshit your way through some more fucking wank, right? Which we're all going to turn around and say, you're fucking full of shit again. So you know why you'll never win, Hillbilly? You've picked the wrong team. Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about it. You know what we call fucking hillbillies in my country? We call them fucking idiots. That's why we call them fucking hillbillies. You're just fucking playing it up even further, which proves that you're full of shit. Right. Hillbilly's not a good name in my country. I don't even think it's a good name in your country, but you fucking play on it because you are a fucking dimwit. And the highest order too, by the way. Highest. Yeah. Dimwit. Dimwit.
Oh, thank God at least one sane person made it back.
What have I returned to?
Oh, nothing, friend, nothing.
When I left, we were discussing how Ken Ham's ark was supported by two concrete, I guess, towers on the right side. On the On the opposite side to the entrance.
Yep. So, big deal. It's not supposed to be an exact one-to-one replica of the ark because we don't have the plans that God gave Noah. Number one, we don't know what gopher wood is. We're not sure exactly what the makeup of the pitch was. There's so many things we just don't know. So,
Well, Ken Ham seems to know.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's such an issue.
Well, Ken Ham seems to know.
Well, yeah, he made
he's
a
an
replica.
expert. He's an expert. Excuse me.
It's a replica, Sydney. It's not something that's supposed to be an exact example.
That's what a replica is, my friend.
The ark.
That's my
this is not.
Don't you understand what a replica is, Jim?
A replica is something that represents that, but it's not a one-to-one. It's not like a model of a car. It is like a model of a car. You can go out and build a model of a car. Does that mean you can get behind the wheel and drive it? Hell no.
What the hell are you talking about? We're talking about the ark. The ark has measurements. The measurements are known. Ken Ham knows them. He built the ark. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a pathological liar, Sydney.
Yeah. The ark is a nice fairy tale, and it doesn't really.
I don't know if it's me, or you, but your mic's really cracking up.
You sound like a robot.
Sorry.
Okay, now here we go.
Will my rants be easy to listen to now?
Yeah, but why does Jim look like a giant potato sack right now? Why
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's his choice.
It's because I'm the size of a giant potato sack. Is that a problem?
Well, it's got nothing to do with anybody. You know, it's. Why don't you praise him on his really cool haircut? I like that.
Dude, look at his man boob on the side
there. No, but look at he's got that sort of middle piece, that middle piece there growing, and the rest of it shaved like Tomahawk Man.
I really could care less.
That was a huge titty. Did you see the size of that tit?
Hey, you should have seen my chest when I used to work for a living. Yep.
Are you guys kind of into like some kind of homoerotic?
I used to have a big chest, and then when I quit working, it fell down into my drawers.
Yo, Jim, did the people at the gay bar see your chest or not?
Nope.
Why not?
Didn't go in there for that. Went in there to get something to eat.
No, for the record, Dan has gone into gay bars. He's taken he's taken the story from Noah's Ark to gay bars. What's the connection? I need to understand that.
Sydney, I was only there for the free food and to talk about Noah's Ark. I promise you.
Yeah, but what's the connection? What's the intention of harping on what Jim looks like to you? Who cares? You know, that's the same answer.
I'm not really harping on that. I'm harping on his whole buffet, going to a gay bar for the free buffet story.
Yeah, but that's decades old.
Oh, I mean, it was 35 years ago.
And he's repented.
So what?
He's repented. He's probably repented at least 12 times since then.
I didn't do anything inside the homosexual bars to repent for. I ate.
Yeah.
And I left.
Did you swallow though? Is the question.
You know, Sydney, I used to like you.
Hillbilly, we can see that you fucking ate. Look at the fucking look at your fucking condition. You're like a fucking beached whale, right? So we can tell that you fucking ate more than anybody else in there.
Listen. He makes the Kool-Aid Man look skinny. Okay.
What about the Michelin Man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys, I think that's very uncalled for and very cruel what you're doing to poor Jim.
I could care less.
I mean, his mind is in worse shape than his body, so that's what we should concern ourselves with. I mean, let's be very clear what the problem is with
I
John.
think he needs electroshock therapy then. If you reckon his mind's fucking fucked up that bad, he needs electroshock therapy.
No,
and
he
I want to
doesn't, because
start off at 100 volts.
No,
and I want to go up to like 5,000 volts.
No. His eye-hand coordination obviously is okay because he's sitting there working with.
No, but I'm talking about his brain. I want the
dangerous-
electrodes connected to his brain, not to his fucking.
And I got all my fingers still.
Yeah, all right. Now
Yeah,
you're
look at
making
those
an
fat
assumption.
fingers.
I'm sorry, Bulldog. But if you're making an assumption, and that is that he has a brain, we don't know that for sure.
I know. That's why we're going to put the electrodes on there.
He
and
could
find
be-
out.
He got one either, Sydney.
He could be an automaton with those machines,
And
right?
in order to confirm that you, Bulldog, Kevin, the pathological liar, anybody in this room has a brain, you literally have to crack open the skull to check to see.
You think?
You
see that?
Hillbilly.
You see,
In
Hillbilly.
my country, in Australia, you wouldn't be here talking.
There are
we would lock
tests
you
you can
up.
do
I would make one
that would give you
phone call,
evidence
they
that
would
points
let you
to
and
brain,
lock you up.
but without
You ain't that in the United States, but you
observation,
don't
you
get
don't
away
know.
with it in my country.
That's very
That's why
true.
we don't have big, fat, ugly cunts like you
Hillbilly.
coming on the internet in Australia,
Yeah.
because we don't put up with that sort of shit over here.
Hillbilly, it's talk like that gets you locked up, gets you sectioned.
I'm not sure what you mean by section.
Mental ward patient.
Involuntarily incarcerated for your own good.
Oh, hell, I've done that before.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I would fucking do it for you. I wouldn't even blink a fucking eyelid, right? I'd be onto the authorities 2 seconds fucking flat, right? And when you came out and said you fucking dumbass fucking rounds, I'd ring him up again and say, put him in for another fucking 3 months. And don't worry, after the second time round, you'd change your mind, right? And don't you worry, you wouldn't be coming on here ranting around and talking about fucking bullshit fucking stories about fucking boats that can't fucking float, okay? We'd get that fucking Bible of yours and shove it right up your fucking ass where it belongs. All the bullshit stories, all right? Worst fucking book in fucking history. Worst. Not fucking second. Worst. There's no fucking book that I know of that's got more fucking atrocities in it than your fucking dumbass book, which science has debunked. Yeah, science caught up with your fucking bullshit. You just fucking haven't caught up with fucking science. That's why you fucking believe that fucking nonsense. So don't come on here and say, oh, they're all fucking true stories. They're not. Every fucking part of that fucking book has been ripped apart. And don't talk about fucking people like Richard Dawkins, right? He's debunked it, right? Richard Carrier debunked it. Robert Price debunked it. They've all fucking debunked your stupid dumbass book over and over and over. There's been no Sky Daddy. And now that we've got modern technology with cameras, computers and all that bullshit, your Sky Daddy doesn't make a fucking appearance. You know why? Because he's not fucking there to make an appearance.
There we go.
Yeah. And here you are in a little fucking computer room, right? Going, oh no, this is not true, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. Well, go out and fucking do your fucking research, right? And come back and publish a fucking peer-reviewed paper and try and fucking debunk it. You can't. No Christian on earth has been able to fucking debunk nothing, right? You know why they haven't been able to debunk anything? Because it's all bullshit. 330,000 fucking peer-reviewed papers on fucking evolution, none on creation. It's not looking too good for you, fatso.
That's not very nice.
I know. That's why I mentioned it, because it's not very nice.
Well, it's not very nice to mention it.
No, I have to mention it.
Why?
because it makes fun up. It puts Hillbilly in his fucking little. It makes him dig his little hole and dig his little grave, and he goes, "Oh, you're not being nice to me."
I don't think so.
Look at him. He's having a little cry now. Look at him. He's
I
rubbing
don't-
his eyes.
I don't
He's
think
got a little
so.
tear in his eyes.
I think just like you. I think just like you.
He's
I have
uneducated,
never
okay?
complained
He's
about the
badass
way
fucking-
anybody treats me in here,
I,
other than Kevin, who lied about me.
Can I say something?
Nah, no one lies about you.
Go
You're
right
full
ahead.
of
Go right
shit.
ahead, Sydney. Say what you need to say.
I think that attacking somebody's disability or somebody's physique or physicality in any way is really an admission of defeat and cowardice.
No, that's not true.
Both roll into
I
one.
got a friend.
Yes,
I know this woman. Her
absolutely.
name's fucking Jenny Craig. She puts ads on TV
That's
all
not-
day, every
Jenny
fucking
Craig-
day, and she's attacking all the fat people on earth,
Not
right?
one
So
of
if she's
Jenny
got the
Craig's
audacity to fucking
ads.
attack all the fat people on earth, I can attack them as well.
Not
Now, if
one
you've got
of
a
Jenny
beef, you're gonna have a beef with Jenny Craig.
Not one of Jenny Craig's ads attacks anyone.
Yes, they do. She says if you're fucking overweight
She
and you look like this, we can
markets-
help you. Okay, so
markets-
she's on the attack.
She's
And not only is she on the attack, she's going to make money out of you.
right, so she's not going to attack you if she's going to make money out of you. Have you ever thought of that?
That's the whole idea of the attack. She
No,
doesn't turn around
it's
and
not
say,
an
"Oh,
attack,
look,
it's a
you're
attempt.
fucking
It's like,
schizophrenic,
hey,
right? Come and see me.
it's like,
I'll
hey,
give you
it's
some
not an
fucking
attack.
food,"
Bull-
right?
bull-
She doesn't turn
bull-
around and say, "Oh, look, if you only weigh fucking 2 pounds 19, come and see me. I'm going to
Hold
give you
on,
some
it's not
fucking
an
food."
attack,
Fatten you up.
okay?
She's turning around and saying, "Oh, listen, if you look like Christian Hillbilly, you need to come and see me. And guess what? It's going to cost you to come and see me." So she's attacking all the overweight people, which is fucking
disagree.
hillbilly.
I
Look
agree.
at his
I agree with
condition.
one thing. I agree with one thing. It's going to cost you to come and see me. Yes. However, she's not attacking. What she's saying is you come see me. You can eat chocolates. You can eat pizza. You can eat milkshakes as much as you want. You can
Only
buy
my
them from
ones.
me. Buy them from me. And not only will you enjoy them, but you'll lose weight. She's not attacking
That's
anybody
right.
by saying that.
Of course she is. She's attacking the fucking people who fucking look fucking like 100 pounds overweight. She's not fucking turning around and saying to Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you look like this, you need to come and see me.
Has the Jenny
It's
Craig
like,
Have
she
you
put
seen
this-
Arnold Schwarzenegger lately?
has the Jenny Craig diet failed for you?
Yeah, but
Bulldog?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's older than you fat ass cunt. He's in better shape than you too. So don't fucking, you start fucking turning around and saying,
Bulldog.
you were never an Arnold Schwarzenegger to begin with. So you
Bulldog.
got
Nope,
nothing
never
to
was.
say on
Never
that matter.
claimed to be. But I
Good.
did
Well,
have
then
a
if you don't
body
claim
at
to
one
me,
point.
don't talk
I did
about
have muscles
what
up here
you
because I
tried
did
today.
physical labor.
You
That's
never
why
look
these
like
arms
that, and you never will. Look at you.
are the way
You
they
know,
are.
Of
No, listen.
Big
hey,
deal.
harping
Ain't no
on,
big
on,
deal now.
what
right? You've never put no effort in all your fucking life. All you've done, right, is sat on your fucking ass.
You
The only thing
wouldn't
you've
know
ever
if
thought
I-
you thought you'd become a fucking preacher.
You know
You're
what?
a failed
If
It's
I
all
stumped you
pathetic.
into
No
a
one
puddle,
believes
you'd
in
know.
fucking bullshit anymore. Not even the fucking preachers
You ain't
out there.
worth the time of
losing
day
people
it would
in
take.
droves
He's
because of
repented.
the fact
He's
that science
repented.
is caught up
He's
with your
probably
fucking
repented.
dumbass fucking book. Archaeology is caught up with your fucking stupid book. Everything's caught up with it. It's been debunked over and over. You only have to debunk something once. Right? Your Bible has been debunked 10,000 fucking times by fucking lots and lots of people on the internet, right? And they, you know why they debunk it? Because it's fucking so easy to debunk, right? They wouldn't do it if it couldn't be debunked, okay? But it has been debunked. That's where you're a
Oh,
fucking
if you
loser,
haven't
and
noticed,
I
then you
own
ain't
you,
listening to
Hillbilly.
bullcrap
I
anymore.
own your fat ass, okay? Your fat ass
I'm
is
afraid
mine.
when you come into a hangout with Bulldog, you have to listen to, just like we have to listen to you, you have to listen to him.
Nope.
Yep. I
I don't
can listen
mind-
to both
I don't
of
mind
you.
listening
What are
to
you talking
anybody.
about?
Sydney, I don't mind listening to anybody as long as they'll shut up once in a while to have a conversation. That's not what he's about. He's about a 20-hour dissertation. I was driving from, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock until just about an hour ago, and he has not shut up about the same topic.
Did you just see that he allowed
now,
you?
I tell you what.
Did you not see?
When he's done, you let me know. Well,
Did you not see?
Right? Modern science has fucked you up the ass, Hillbilly. Sucked in. I own your fat ass, Hillbilly. Modern science has fucked your boat fucking story up the ass with a barbed pineapple. And Hillbilly, don't you forget it.
Oh, here he goes with I own you. I own you usually comes out on the 7th Corona.
I own all the fucking junkies. I own all the fucking thieves. I own all the fucking dickheads around the fucking world. I own the fucking. I want to trade them in for a fucking car.
I've got a question, Bulldog. I'm doing a little bit of research, bit of research, I would say. I own you. How many Coronas have you had until? How many Coronas does it take before I own you surfaces?
Two.
Okay, good. I'm glad because I thought it was like more.
Oh no, it can be more. Depends on when I join the Hangout.
No, well, after you join the Hangout and you choose your prey because you're like a buzzard, and you choose your prey.
Oh yeah, I choose low.
And you attack.
I choose low hanging fruit.
And you attack, and you know that they're going to die. And that you're going to get their carcass, okay? You know this.
That's right. I get to get their carcass and low-hanging fruit. I don't want to climb up fucking ladders, right? I get other people to climb up ladders, right?
Indeed.
Right. I go for the low-hanging fruit, like Hillbilly. He is fucking. Look at the weight. He's fucking low-hanging, right? He's touching the ground. Actually, he's on the ground.
If he was,
he's been on the ground for a week. He's gone all mushy.
I submit
to his body.
I think that's unfair because I submit to you that if Christian Hillbilly always was and is atheist Hillbilly, let's say, you would never be going on at him about his weight.
Bullshit, like fuck, I wouldn't look at his condition.
The thing is, if he always was an atheist like you and me and never was anything else, you wouldn't be going on about what he looks like. You'd be attacking somebody who's probably Christian,
Listen,
sort. Right?
Listen, even if you're a fucking atheist, if you're fucking that fucking dumb, I'll kick you out of the atheist party and you're on your own.
Okay, well, who else have you...
If you're going to be fucking that fucking dumb,
who else?
Right?
Who else?
Let's say you're an atheist and you said, well, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, but the earth is flat. Right, you're going to be put in the fucking same boat, right? You're either going to fucking pick your game up or fucking shit. Hey, we've got an old saying: ship up or ship out.
Oh, and what does that mean?
That means get with the fucking. Hey, you're on the fucking ship with the boys, or you're fucking not, and you're going to be left at the fucking port. That's why it's called ship up or ship out, right? Get with the fucking. It's like when you're in the army. You know, you can't start shooting the opposition and start shooting your own fucking team members. That's what it means.
You can't? Why not?
Because you're on the fucking wrong team. What do you mean, why not? It's like fucking, if you join the fucking army, you can't start shooting your own fucking army fucking personnel. You either get with a fucking plan, get yourself fucking smartened up, get with the crew and start fighting, right? Not fucking, like Hillbilly, he will fight with other Christians, all right? You know why he fights with other Christians? Because none of them. That's why there's 30,000 denominations. I thought it was 3,000. Apparently it's 30 because they still can't get the facts right.
I heard it was 40,000. I'm still not sure.
Right? You know, and when all here's another thing. Well, I got museums in Australia here, right? They're nothing like the American ones, you know, but I've been to them, right? I've been to 2 of them over here, and they have got, one of them's got a fucking massive fucking collection, right? They could have built it fucking 5 times fucking bigger, right? And they've got some fucking really, really good relics of, you know, like, okay, they're all copies, admittedly. You know, the originals are actually, you know, in a vault somewhere. of some really good dinosaur fucking skeletons and all the rest of it. And yet all the facts, right? All science proves that fucking dinosaurs were on Earth prior to man. And yet all the fucking videos that I've seen where, you know, like someone's got fucking footsteps, you know, with dinosaurs, they've all been debunked. Right, but Hillbilly, he doesn't want to see the debunking. He just wants to say, "Oh, look at that! You know, there's a picture of fucking dinosaur footprints with fucking man." And yet, all of those footprints, like I think it was the Paluxy River footprints or whatever, with dinosaurs and man, they've all been debunked, right? But Hillbilly doesn't want to see how they've been debunked. All he wants to do is go, "No, look at that!" Yeah, but he's got nothing. That's why he's bankrupt. Right? He's bankrupt. He's been bankrupt for fucking years and years and years. But his brain must fucking start spinning like a fucking top when he goes to bed at night, right? Because he can't handle fucking, you know, like Christians going out there and trying to fucking carve in fucking footprints. And they've made multiple fucking errors when they've done it, right? You know, you don't even have to dig the fucking footprint out of the ground to see that it was a fake footprint, you know. Just visually looking at it, it doesn't even look right. But even so, even though visually it doesn't look right, they've actually carved the fucking fake footprint out, and they've sliced the footprint in half, and you can see that it's been carved into the fucking rock, right? So, you know, science debunks all these people all the time. But they can't handle it. They go, no, I've got to believe it. But they're clutching at straws at every which way. It's a bit like fucking, like I said to you before, with the Exodus in the Bible. There's nothing, you know. There's been hundreds and hundreds of people going through, you know, the Exodus, fucking, you know, everything. They haven't even found a fucking toothpick. It's like the Noah's Ark story. People have gone up that mountain 1,000,000 fucking times. They can't even find a bit of wood. Not even a bit of wood up there. Nothing.
No,
right? At least you can say, you know, nothing whatsoever. But people still go climbing up the mountain.
Philosophically, it's a lot easier than that. What they do is everything that they see and everything that they understand and or wish or notice or observe, everything they cram into the box that the Bible somehow explains it, and that's exactly.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain it. That's where they get
the Calvinist kind of viewpoint, where if I can see it and it happened and I can question it, I'll be able to find the answer to it in the Bible for the reason that it happened or that I saw it or whatever. Everything is predetermined to some degree or another. To some, it's extremely, you know, to the second, and to others, it's there's a little bit of wiggle room. But essentially, it's a predestination, and to some of them, they say no matter what happens, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter because God will elect who will go to heaven. And
listen,
others, hold on, one more thing. And to others, they think that the way they act on Earth will give them the right to be chosen.
I want to put something in the outside chat, and I want you to read this in here. This is how stupid it's in the outside chat now. I just posted it now, right? Now, you'll always get some dumbass Christian trying to explain that away, but here we have not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events of the same story. Now, I've heard Christians try to explain this away, and I just sit back and I just laugh my fucking head off about this, right? But if you'd like to screen share that, Sydney, if you can, and then put it up, and we can go through the each one of the stories one by one.
Sounds like a great.
Right?
What I'm going to do, I'm just going to
What-
capture
this
it
is
to my
what-
local.
we wouldn't need if the Bible was true, right? I just want to get this out. We wouldn't need a Christian apologist, right? Because that's what an apologist is, to apologize for like these dumbass fucking stories, right? You don't get. I've never heard of a science apologist or a doctor apologist or a dentist apologist. But you get fucking these other people who are apologists. It's like, why are these people around? Oh.
Right. Hold on one moment.
But this is, I would like you to screen share that and put it up on the screen. And we could go through these particular stories. There's 5 of them there.
Yes.
And they're all fascinating. But I love the way they wiggle around it. But they wiggle around in such a way where it makes no sense, right? Stop crying, Hillbilly. Stop crying.
This is going to be an interesting discussion, Hillbilly. You might want to start paying attention.
Oh, don't worry. He's paying attention, right? There's no doubt about it. But
This
if
is
you
paying-
could screen share that little thing there, it's absolutely brilliant.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to screen share it like that.
I love the way they try and wiggle. I've heard stories where, the reason why he only saw 2 people is because he was standing behind a rock. And this guy saw 3 because he wasn't behind the rock, he was behind a tree. It just goes on, and it's like, oh my God. Oh, for fun. And then there's like, well, hang on a second. So if there's 4 people or 5 people telling 4 or 5 different stories, that means that, the way I look at it, it's like you've got 4 or 5 reporters all in the same group telling the same fucking story, but all from different vantage points. You'd think that, hang on a second, why didn't one of them mention the other person there? Because, like let's say you were at a crime scene and I'm at a crime scene. You wouldn't say, oh, it was Mary there. You'd say, well, it was Mary and 2 other people plus Sydney. Right, so they didn't even mention each other.
Of course not.
And which tells me, because they didn't
Mary
mention each other,
had
it
a
was a good story.
virgin birth. That whole virgin birth story's been used, I don't know, like 20 times before. Zeus turned into a snake and fucked the virgin. Like, this shit goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, it does.
And story over and over.
I know, but Hillbilly, he's a failed preacher, all right? We all know that, right? There's no doubt about that. He is
Who's
a
a
failure,
successful
right?
preacher? There's no
But
such thing.
he's tricked his fucking brain. One half of his brain can't get over it, and it's fighting with it. It's like the left-hand side of his brain fighting with the right-hand side of his brain. So one has taken precedent over the other, and that's why he has to make up all of these bullshit stories every fucking day. It's like, oh my God. Can you get that screen? Just pull it off and put it on your desktop, enlarge it, and do a screen share of it.
Okay.
It's absolutely brilliant. It's in the Bible, right? Even Hillbilly's read that. He knows it. And he's probably, what he's probably doing right now? Making up excuses in his brain to explain the fucking story.
Yeah,
we all know that.
But if Hillbilly knew the Bible, then he wouldn't have his own alternate version of it. So clearly he doesn't know the Bible.
Oh no, he'll invent it. He'll invent it. He'll take it up on the fly. I've seen him do it before, right? He's not good at it though. That's the problem, right? Some people, they do a little bit of research. I remember one time when I was repeating a verse in the Bible, and Hillbilly says, "Oh, but tell me where the verse is." It's like, oh, hang on a second. So if you don't know where the verse is, then that means you're new to the verse, right? Because you don't know where it is. And then he says, show me the verse, show me the verse. And then all of a sudden, after he read the verse, after I already told him, then he became an expert in the, oh yeah, that's it, that's beautiful. That's coming up really lovely there, Sydney. Keep that up on the screen.
All right.
Right? Because we can go through, like, how many women at the tomb? There's none?
I don't
One,
know. I don't
two,
know.
three,
I'm
or
sure,
4.
I think Jim is the expert on the actual Bible part of it.
No, he's an expert. He's an expert on telling bullshit stories, right? Right. So we shouldn't really speak to fucking Hillbilly about being an expert. But well, you can ask him if you want to, Sydney. You can ask him.
Well, it doesn't take away from what I said. I mean, he is an expert on the events of the Bible. So, what is this event? How many women at the tomb? Well, what is the Bible as per Hillbilly's account of how many women at the tomb? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different accounts.
Yeah, we've got none at the tomb, 1 at the tomb, 2 at the tomb, 3 at the tomb, and 4. Now, let's just say there was 3 people at the tomb.
No, but
right?
hold on. I have an answer.
Why didn't that person 3 mention? Oh, and by the way, Matthew was there and John was there.
Hello. I was asking Christian how many women were at the tomb, and I just haven't heard the answer yet. You muted, Jim.
Oh, I did not know I was muted. I was working on about 3 different things at the same time.
How many women were at the tomb?
It just depends on who you talk to.
I'm talking to you.
That's what I mean. The Bible says that there was at least, I believe, 2 women. One of them says 3.
2 or 3?
I don't remember having looked at them. 2 or 3. Okay. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it shows that the women were there before the men. That's the main thing. It's not. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and tell you something here, Sidney. Let me go ahead and tell you something.
Hold on a second. Why does it not matter?
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you'll shut up long enough to listen.
It doesn't matter how many.
Okay, you ready? I'll tell you. Here we go. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Here's why it doesn't matter. Because it says that the women were there first. That is the main thing that is being conveyed here.
In Corinthians, there was no women at the tomb.
That's not silly. Because in that day, women were treated as property.
According to Corinthians 15.4.8, it says there was no women at the fucking tomb. So you're wrong. You lied, Hillbilly. You liar. I'm calling you a liar.
Why is it not important how many women were at the tomb if they are differing accounts?
Well, let me ask you a question.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question, sir.
I'm sorry. You
want the answer or not? You want the answer or not?
I want the answer. I don't want a question.
I'm going to give you the answer. So will you shut up to listen?
Go ahead.
Here we go. If you were in a courtroom and 4 people came to you and gave you the exact same testimony, verbatim, word for word, what would you naturally conclude? That they had gathered together and got their story straight.
Hey! Excuse me.
Not one of these is wrong. Not one of them is wrong.
Excuse me. No, you can't do this, Jim. You ask a question. Fuck you, Jim. Fuck you, Jim. You ask a question, immediately you answer it. You ask me a question,
you let me know when you
answer it, and you think that's okay. Fuck you, Jim. I'm going to answer the question. Okay? You can't fucking just go take over and have the floor ask questions and answer them at the same time. No. Wrong. Doesn't work that way. I am asking you a question. How many women were at the tomb? 1, 2, 3, none, more than 3, 4, more than 4. How many women were there? You said 2 or 3. The Bible is inerrant. 2 or 3. This is where you failed, Jim.
No, sir, it's not.
This is where the inerrant Bible.
I don't remember the exact
This is where the inerrant Bible.
Because I'm old and don't remember, don't mean that the Bible fails. It means that I fail. Yeah, but the Bible.
The Bible does fail.
It says specifically.
1, 2, 3,
one guy
or 4.
remember
Which
saying
one do you
one
want to
particular
go
woman
with?
there,
Stop beating
and
around the
maybe
bush.
he didn't. Maybe he saw 2 or 3. He only mentions the one. It doesn't matter because they do not conflict.
It does matter.
They
It does
complement
matter.
one another.
It
Do you
doesn't
not
matter.
understand that?
You're
Most
a
certainly
tightrope
matters.
right now, aren't you, Jim? Can't
They
get out of it.
You know what? I just gave you the answer. You know what? If
What
you
was
were in a
the answer?
courtroom and you were an attorney and that kind of crap happened, and 4 guys come up and gave exactly the same testimony, you'd throw them out of court because you knew they'd made that crap up. They'd gotten together and made sure
Why
that
have
they
we
all
got,
said
hey,
exactly the same thing.
We've got
The reason that they
we've
don't
got 5
jive exactly
conflicting
like that means we have 4
5
different
conflicting stories get
perspectives.
thrown out of court.
They do
Right.
not conflict. They
totally
complement.
conflict,
They
Jim.
Game
conflict
over.
with none, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's very conflicting. It's
They
like saying,
totally
what
conflict.
color was the card I was holding up? Was it black, white, green, or blue, or yellow? They all conflict. Right? You don't want them to conflict, but they fucking do. That's you are held here. Which one is it? None, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you want to pick, Hillbilly? Make your mind up. Hurry up about it. Gone a little bit quiet on me. That's not like an apologist to go quiet, is it?
Hey,
Oh,
now,
haven't got an answer?
It's
Oh,
not like
and
a
then he turns around and
pastor.
says, oh, but it doesn't matter. No, it does matter.
It's not like a
This
pastor
is
to go
why
quiet.
we
when-
put it up on the screen, because it does matter.
It's not like a pastor to go quiet when asked a question about the Bible. Oh my goodness. That's a first.
Yeah. See, normally he's only caught in like a 1 or 2 situation. This is a 5-part situation. Now he's really confused. He's looking at the
crap.
screen. He doesn't
I'm not
have
sure
any-
what you're talking about, sir. I've answered the question.
He's going, was it
No,
4
you have
women?
not
Was it
answered the
3
question.
women? Was it 2
I
women?
answered the question
Said 2 or
perfectly.
3, and that's what the
You
Bible
wanted
says.
the answer? I gave you the answer. There you go.
No,
You don't like the
The
answer?
Bible says 9
That-
or
that's
1
not my
or 2
problem.
or 3 or 4
Not
or
liking
more,
the
and
answer
you choose
is
2 or
not
3.
my problem.
It is your problem because it's your book.
I don't care
I
if you
didn't-
like
It
the
is your
answer or
problem
not.
because it's
That
your
is not my
embarrassment.
problem, sir.
It's your embarrassment that you have to actually try and defend it now. That even though you know it's wrong, you still have to
No, I don't
defend
have to
it.
defend the
You
Bible.
have to
The
defend it
Bible's
because
like a
of-
roaring
you
lion.
have
I
to
don't have to
defend it
defend
to
it.
try
I
and
cut it
save,
loose.
to try and save
Ah,
your
you
honor.
buddy.
To try and save your honor, that you and the fact that you for all
I don't
your
need to save
life,
my
for
honor.
30
My
odd
honor is
years
in
plus,
perfect condition.
you have been preaching a lie. Oh, it's embarrassing.
Oh, no, sir. I've been preaching the truth. The truth is backed up by history, archaeology, biology, prophecy, all these different areas of Scripture
It's failed on
that
all
have been
of
backed
those
up.
parts.
If you don't like it, it's not my
It's
problem.
backed up. Archaeology debunks the
Not
Bible.
my problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry about that,
Sydney,
little
my
guy. Archaeology
friend. Oh,
is
stop going
debunked
fucking
It
the
ain't
fucking Bible.
my
Stop being slave on
problem.
me,
Yeah,
boy.
don't
When
take
you
it
die, you
away.
come to your
This
end.
is
Now you can't even answer the question when
And you're
there was
going to end
no
up being in
women.
hell.
There was no
And I
women
really
in the
don't
tomb,
want to see
right? 'Cause
that.
I could go with the no
Oh, I
women in
don't
the tomb,
care.
or I could go
I'm
with
gonna
1
hell.
woman in the
You're
tomb.
gonna hell.
Now, which
God's
one do
got
you
a
want?
plan better than
Jim, you're gonna hell.
that.
1, 2, 3, or 4. Right? Very easy.
You're
I
gonna
told you,
hell,
I
Jim.
Sydney,
You
I
don't
knew
have to
this
go to hell,
was
You
Sid.
are
fucking
gonna
You
hell.
go somewhere else.
Yes, you
Hey,
are.
Wouldn't it be
He's a
nicer to
fucking
go somewhere
right?
else?
Bulldog,
Sydney?
Bulldog, just tell him he's gonna
Matthew,
hell.
Better?
Mark, John, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and
Wouldn't you
John
think it would be
all
better,
say
Sydney, to go to
they
someplace
all
else?
conflict with each
No,
other.
we're gonna
Oh
hell, Jim.
my God!
We're going
Oh,
to
Matthew,
hell.
Mark, Luke, and John all say different. Oh, what a shame! What a shame! They all conflict. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they must. Hey, have you noticed how like Mark in there doesn't say, oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
not only were the women there, Matthew and John were there as well. But no, he doesn't mention Matthew and John being at the fucking tomb. And Luke, who was there, he says there's 4 people at the tomb. Says he doesn't mention Mark, Matthew, or John at the tomb as well. So he's saying, well, hang on, this guy was fucking there taking the testimony down, and the other guy was there taking the testimony down, and the other guy was taking the testimony down, and never mentioned each other at the tomb as well.
Right.
You know, because, like, for instance, like, let's say you and me, Sydney, right? Let's say we went to a tomb, right? And we saw two women, right, at the tomb. I'd say there was two women, Mary and fucking Jane, at the tomb, and Sydney was there as a reporter. But you don't notice how fucking Luke and Mark and Matthew and John, they don't mention each other being at the tomb, reporting, being at the fucking tomb. But I would mention, you know, like, oh, guess what? Channel 9, Channel 7, and Channel 1 were there as well, because I was there and I saw them as well. And I actually, I fucking saw them along with the two women. But no, there's no mention of that. This is why Hillbilly is going, he turns around and says, but it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Because if you want to record history, you've got to record it right? You can't just make up bullshit and say, oh, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like saying, well, you know, when Hitler killed all those people, it doesn't matter. It does matter. That's why you're on the witness stand, Hillbilly. And guess what, Hillbilly? You don't get to ask questions. You get to answer questions. So Sydney, can you ask him again how many people were at the tomb?
Okay, I just want to before I ask the question, I just want to submit that the response that I expect is an answer, not a question. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
The question is to Hillbilly: how many women were at the tomb?
Already answered it, sir.
Answer it again.
I already asked the question. I'm asking it again. Why can't you answer it again?
I have already answered the question.
You said 2 or 3. Can I confirm that?
I have already
I know.
answered the question.
Look how he's got his fucking hand up against his face. Guilty.
Can I confirm that you said?
Guilty.
Can I confirm that you said 2 or 3?
I've answered the question, sir.
What was wrong with 1 or 4? What was?
Bulldog,
he said 2.
Why
he
can't
said 2
Bulldog,
or 3. What
Bulldog,
was wrong with 1 or 4?
Bulldog,
So in other words, Luke was lying. Are you saying Luke was lying? It wasn't 4?
Excuse me, Bulldog. I mean, why can't I have a go?
Go on.
Okay, Jim. Women at the tomb, 2 or 3?
Yes.
You said, right?
I answered the question.
I just want. Why do you have to be childish and just, you know, not? I'm not
being childish.
I'm confirming.
How many times should a person have to?
I'm confirming the answer to your question. Why can't you? Why can't you just confirm 2 or 3? You said 2 or 3, correct? Robin,
Dear
help me.
Lord. Okay, look now. Here's the deal. I've answered the question.
The question
Or
is,
do you
make your
want?
fucking mind up. It's like you got $2 in your hand or $3 in your hand. Which one is it? 2 or 3? Don't say, 2 or 3. Take your pick, because we're going to pick a 5. We've got none. We've got none. 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you've got 5 choices. Why don't you answer which one?
It's not about that, Bulldog. It's about, you know, asking a question, getting an answer. And asking confirmation for the answer. That is allowed. There's nothing wrong with that. But
I agree.
When I ask for confirmation of the answer and all I get in response is I've answered the question, all I think about is evil, corruption, evasion, like super suspicion.
I really don't care what you think.
I think he's in the hot seat.
Coward, running away, hiding. No,
it
doesn't feel
like
right.
I said, I really don't care what you think. Because once a person has been given the information, just because you asked for it again does not mean that the information is invalid, that there's a conspiracy theory, any of those things. No, you, sir, are simply asked a question that puts a person in a corner, and I've already answered that question.
I didn't ask.
Well, you said 2 or 3.
Yes,
okay,
sir,
so what's wrong with John's fucking testimony?
I didn't
and
ask you
his
for your
testimony
opinion.
is there was only one Mary at the tomb. So is it John 20.1 lying?
Yeah, good luck getting him to shut up.
Bulldog, I'm asking a question. He can't answer both of us at the same time. He can't answer when both of us ask questions. Or
All right, ask him again.
We can't answer when I ask him a question, and as he tries to answer it, you ask him a question. That doesn't work either. So if you want to carry on, if you want to take over, if you want to take over and do the question and answer, I'm fine.
No. I want you to ask him the question, and I want to hear the answer, Sydney.
We are not both going to do it at the same time, okay?
No, I agree. I'm going to mute myself for 5 minutes, and if you don't succeed, I'm going to take over.
All right, you've muted. Right. And now all I want to do, Jim, is go over question of procedure, nothing else, okay? There is nothing procedurally wrong with confirming an answer to a question that was previously asked.
Good. I'm glad to understand that. I'm glad to hear that. I've already answered the question. The procedure is finite.
Asking for confirmation of the answer.
I've already given you the confirmation.
Asking for confirmation of the question that you
already given it to you.
I'm just talking about procedure, my friend. But asking.
I can care less. I've already given it to you.
Can you listen to me? I'm just talking.
I am listening to you, and I'm telling you right now. I have already given
now, I'm
you.
not asking you for a response. I'm asking you to listen to me, okay? Asking for a confirmation of a question that was previously asked and answered is fully within the rules of discussion and debate.
Well, that's great. Rules? You're going to talk about rules when you ain't got nothing to begin with. Okay, I tell you what. Here's the deal. I answered your question. You don't like the answer, game over.
I didn't say I don't like the answer. I said I'm trying to confirm the answer.
Yes, you did, because you continue to ask the question because you want to see if you can get a different answer.
I'm trying to confirm whether you said 2 or 3, and you didn't say 2. Go. I mean, okay. I'm going to assume that you haven't read the Bible. That's the only thing I'll give to you.
I have read the Bible.
No, my friend.
I'm just tired and I'm working on 14 different things at the same time.
If you cannot answer the simplest of questions, I'm afraid you have not read your Bible. Or you've read the one sentence over and over.
Why?
Sorry, Jim, you're a failed
Christian. Why would this not work?
You're a failed Christian. I want to get a real Christian in here. Can somebody?
You get a real Christian in here, will you?
Can somebody pay?
And hurry it up every chance you get.
Can somebody pay G-Man? G-Man, please, a real Christian? Or Svekel? Anyone? We're looking for a real Christian to come to this hangout, please. We got a fake one here. We got one that's a hostile witness to Christianity.
Not at all.
Oh yeah.
I answered the question. You don't like the answer. It's not my problem.
You did not answer the question. You refused to answer the question. You refused to even acknowledge the question. I think you're a scaredy cat. You're a fraidy cat. You just told you are. You're a fraidy cat because we are onto your shitty philosophy. And we're about to burst your bubble. Your bubble's about to be poised. Buddy. So, come on, Jim.
See, Hillbilly hasn't got like A and B, right? He's got five choices here, and he can't make up his mind. And that's why, even his answer before, which I heard, he says 2 or 3.
Yes,
well,
that's what I heard.
2 or 3. Make up your mind. What was it? 2 or 3?
The thing was, he said 2 or 3.
So he's discounting 4, 1, and none.
No,
he's discounting
2 or 3,
straight
but I'm
off the
not
bat.
sure. He said 2 or 3.
Well, a bit of a conflict going on there, Hillbilly. How do you feel about that? Not feeling too happy about yourself?
There we go.
He said 2 or 3, but I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. So it could be more, could be less.
Yeah, but he discounted the 1 and 4. Right, so he went for the two middle ones.
Did not. He didn't discount anything. He said 2 or 3, but I could be wrong. I could be more, could be less. So the thing is, a pastor should be able to interpret the Bible in such a way that we should be able to get a definitive answer about the women at the tomb, because it can't be.
I gave you one.
It can't be all of them.
Yeah, which one's
I
true?
gave you a
which
definitive
one's
answer. What
false?
more you want?
Well, you haven't. 2 or 3 is not an answer.
Okay, well,
That's not the
let me-
truth.
let's-
2 or 3 is not
fair
the
enough.
answer. You're not sure about it.
All right,
That means you're not
wait,
sure.
wait. Stop attacking him. Just ask him a different question. Let me ask you a different question, Jim. Do you subscribe to Luke, Mark, Matthew, John, or 1 Corinthians for your information about the about the women at the tomb?
Yes.
All of them?
It's the Bible. Like I said, I've already given you the answer.
Do you subscribe to Luke?
I have already given
Do
you the
subscribe
answer.
to Luke, Mark,
And you don't seem to like
Do
the
you
answer,
subscribe to
so it's not
Luke?
my problem.
Luke, or Mark, or Matthew, or John,
Or how about if I just say
Corinthians?
the Bible is true and correct right from the very first verse?
Yes, but
That
the
is
Bible
the
says-
correct thing to
Bible
say.
says, if one part of the Bible says 1 woman and the other part of the Bible says 2 women, the other part of the Bible says 3 women, how's the Bible correct?
How is any of those wrong if they're 3 different perspectives?
Because they different
Mhm.
perspective.
Can you tell me that,
Yes,
sir?
yes, I can
It's
tell
5
you.
different
Yes.
perspectives.
Shut up, Bulldog. Yes, I can tell you. Because those perspectives were written.
I love it when you yell at that, boy.
Because those perspectives were written 2 generations after the fact. That's why. I
No,
can
sir.
tell you.
Actually, they weren't.
Yeah.
That'd be completely
See,
incorrect.
That's where me and you disagree. When it comes to an actual provable fact, and you stick to your mythology and ideology, that's when I hand over to Bulldog and say, fuck it.
Well, you can think what you want to think, but the fact of the matter is that when it comes right down to it,
I presented you with the fact of the matter, my friend.
when it comes right down to it, the Bible has been shown over and over and over again.
No, it has not.
Completely
You know
correct.
that
To be
very
without
well.
error.
It has
To be
not. The
without
Bible- hold on,
outside
hold on.
influence.
This
What
is-
in the world are you
Jim,
thinking?
Jim, this hangout is an atheist hangout where the presupposition is that God does not exist, never has, cannot, and ever will. Right?
Well, that's not
So
a
you
correct
have to-
presupposition,
you have
sir.
to- you
The
are being-
presupposition you
to
should have
accept
is that God does
You have
exist,
to accept.
and God did
You
create,
have to
and now I've
accept-
got to figure out a
you
way to
have
prove
accept-
it didn't.
You have to accept the presuppositions of this hangout.
No, sir, I do
yes,
not.
you do. Yes, you do.
No,
If
sir, I
you-
do not.
If you do not
Have a
accept,
nice day.
if you do not accept them, you must mute yourself and listen, so that you can get educated.
No, sir, I
Yes,
don't.
sir. Yes, sir. Otherwise,
No, sir, I don't have to do that because
Okay, but I will
I'm not
mute
going to be brainwashed to
you
your
don't have to be,
piece
but
of
I do
crap
not want to hear your point
belief
of view. because
system.
you're-
Not going to
I
happen.
do- I don't want
No,
to hear
sir.
your. I don't want to hear.
What
your,
I'm going to do
I don't
is
wanna
I'm
hear
going to
you-
continue to tell you the
I
truth,
don't want to hear
and that
your,
you need
I don't
to
want to
learn
hear
the
your
truth.
I don't want to hear
And
you
if
preaching.
you don't want
I
to
don't
learn
wanna
the
hear
truth,
you
well, that's
preaching
not my
gospel.
problem.
I don't want to hear you preaching any
Truth,
gospel
I've
in
given
here
you the truth,
because it
and you
doesn't belong.
hide from the truth, Sydney, because you know in your heart that the truth is there.
Jesus, you know what?
Why
Jim,
is it done?
you're really asking to be hit hard.
Hit hard with what? So give me your hardest shot there, buddy. I could care less.
You ready? Are you ready, Jim?
Oh my goodness, I'm
All right,
scared to
here it comes.
death.
Here it comes. You ready? Bang!
Go for it. I really could care less, Sydney.
That was beautiful. That felt so good. Jim, you're weird.
Having an issue here.
Jim,
That.
we'd like you to mute your microphone and maybe you could practice your theology and preaching on Robin, but we're not interested in listening to it. Okay?
Well, If you're not interested in listening to the truth, that's all right. I understand, because you all want to perpetuate a lie. Yes. And that's the lie you want to try and spread, and I understand that. That's what I've known right from the very beginning, Sydney.
Very good. Okay, so that's
the fact is that you need to understand that the presupposition position is that there is a God, there is a creator, and you, sir, are on the defensive, not I.
This is my hangout. This is my hangout, not your hangout. This is my hangout. No,
the evidence bears out.
No, this is my hangout.
And it always has.
This is my hangout. This is my hangout.
Have a nice
evening. My hangout, not yours, mine. Goodbye. Great. Now, fuck, I'm so glad he left. What a pain in the ass. Who invited that guy, for fuck's sake? Well, I think that was enough. That was a very, very high stress level ending to Jim's appearance. The fact that he tries to preach. What the fuck? What, in what way does it feel entitled to come in here and preach his shit? Huh? In what fucking way? By what measure does he have any entitlement to do anything like that? Anything at all? Nothing. He has got... Wow. Anyway...
what happened? Did he fucking leave? I went to the toilet. What happened?
Yeah, he left. He's a rowdy little.
But he rage quit because he couldn't make it. Because see, in the Bible, there's always this way, that way, this way, that way. You know, going to Nazareth, coming home from Nazareth, blah 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 blah. But now we presented him with 5 options. He couldn't make up his mind, so he went with 2 or 3. Right. So basically, he says, 2 or 3. So he's discounted none. He's discounted 1. He's discounted fucking 4 and 5. You know, hang on a second, and then he says, it could be 2 or 3. You know, like, hang on a second, which one? 2 or 3?
No, he rage quit because I told him that we are not. This is a hangout where he does not come in and preach. If he's gonna preach, he preaches to Robin, and then he just mutes his mic, and he can listen. Okay, he said no, that's not acceptable, and he rage quit.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Because he's a little coward. He's not prepared to be reasonable. He's not accepted.
See, here's the problem. See, he's backed this fucking team, right? This is the way I see it. He's backed the team, and we've backed him into a corner with all these questions. And then when he can't answer the questions, right, he turns around and says, "Oh, but you're not listening." Right? They always use that. Oh, you're not understanding. You're not listening. You're not reading it properly. And here we are. It's all. That's why I said put it up on screen, right? And there's the 4 quotes by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and Corinthians. So we had the whole 5 of them up on the screen. Right. So it's not a matter of you're not listening. It's like which one are you going to go with, right? And then he turned around and says, "Oh, but maybe 2 or 3." What do you mean maybe? Well, I thought the Bible was all truth, not all maybes.
Unbelievable. I've got them up still.
Because if you're going to go with a maybe one, I could use that excuse of, hang on a second. On the road to Nebraska, he fucking he cured a blind man, and I could turn around and say, "Oh, hang on, no, maybe he did it." I could turn around and say, "Oh, maybe."
This is essentially what Christian Hillbilly said. He says, according to 1 Corinthians, there were no women at the tomb. He also said that according to John there was 1, and according to Matthew there were 2, and according to Mark there were 3, and according to Luke there were 4 or more. But then he says that they're all in the Bible, and he believes in the Bible. So what he's saying,
one do you go with?
Yeah, what he's saying is when he's reading Corinthians, he's going with that. When he's reading John, he's going with that. So no matter which one you ask him, he's going to say yes, that one.
No, but I heard him turn around and says, "Oh, maybe 2 or 3."
Yes,
I actually heard him say 2 or 3. So, in other words, when he says that, he's discounting none, and he's discounting 4.
No, he's not. Maybe he prefers reading Mark and Matthew over Luke and John. I don't know, man. He remembers Mark.
Okay. So he's got favorites. I get where you come from. So when he's got favorites, he's going, "Oh no, Matthew's a liar, right? But Luke is not a liar, so he's going to go with that one, right? So then when he goes to, so how can he quote Luke in the future if he reckons if Luke's lying, why isn't he lying with all the other shit that's in the Bible?
It all is a lie. It's all a lie. We know the answer. We know the answer. We all know the answer. I know that. This is the thing. When we ask the question of any Christian, any of these questions, we already know the answer. But they want to. We watch the Christian wiggle and wriggle and duck and deek and deceive and evade and eventually
they're the best at it. Look at True Empiricism fucking videos. He's the biggest fucking bullshitter, narcissistic cunt on the internet. That's why he's been voted dumb fuck of the year.
Oh, did he win?
He's in front by about 50 votes.
I voted for Dom's deity.
I'll change your vote to fucking dumb fuck of the year. True Empiricism.
No, I never listened to True or never watched or listened to him or anything. Never. So who else was on the ticket?
I don't know. Hang on a second. I've got to do something here. I got an email. Fuck.
I hate it when you get an email because it so upsets you. So, you voted for True Empiricism.
Yeah. Change it to True Empiricism.
I voted for Don's deity. Who else is in here? Down, who'd you vote for? Cyprian, who'd you
Just
vote
change
for?
your vote to fucking True Empiricism. Look,
I can't because I don't know.
He deserves it. He is a dumb fuck. He's like Christian Hillbilly in a way,
yeah,
you know.
But he's smarter than me, and he's got better. He knows more buzzwords about genetics than I do, and therefore.
Yeah, but like you said, you mentioned it. Buzzwords. That's all they are. Buzzwords.
All right.
Right?
I
can
know the buzzwords.
Buzzwords myself and still not know how they work.
I can argue with Christian Hillbilly about silly gospels, but I can't argue with anybody about anything to do with genetics or anything, you know, like.
No, I know, but there are people out there who can argue, and that's why I stand on the shoulders of people who are smarter than me, right? But when it comes with Hillbilly, you know, like he's low-hanging fruit.
No,
he's been indoctrinated. He's a fat ass, and you know what? The reason why he's like that in that condition is because of his self-loathing of himself.
Good one, yeah, definitely. And he projects a lot of that.
All the fucking time. Yeah, everyone else is going to fucking hell, but he's the one with all the tattoos over his body. He's the one who's fucking 100 kilos overweight, right? And he's always projecting.
How do you repent of having tattoos on your body? It doesn't make sense. There's no way.
No, he doesn't call them tattoos. He tries to call them something else, right? But you know, we know what a tattoo is. We've known what tattoos are for a long time.
Well,
right?
the names. Maybe we could say, okay, it's like.
Put it this way: we've got things
like
what we can put on our bodies today, right? I can paint something on my body,
The symbol
right?
is
But it's a painting, right?
The symbol is
But
idolatrous.
he can't wash it off, right? Right?
The
Like
Batman,
painting, you can wash off your body, right? There's there's transfers you can put on your body, right? They all wash. Tattoo, not a fucking tattoo. He called it something like, "Oh, it's not a tattoo." He made up a new name for it. And I says to her, I says, no, it's a tattoo. You can't wash it off tomorrow. You can't wash it off in a week. You can't wash it off, right?
Mhm.
And he refused to use the word tattoo, right? And I pulled him undone with it 100 fucking times, and he kept fucking booting me out of rooms. He goes, "Don't mention that fucking in any discussion ever again. You've gone over it." And I says, "No, you don't get to tell me what to fucking do, right?
Wow.
If I say you've got a fucking tattoo on your body, you've got a tattoo on your body. You wear it." And I told him, I says, "Listen, there's two ways you can take it off. You can get the angle grinder or the chisel or fucking sandpaper, right, out of your fucking workshop." Which he's got, right? He's got an angle grinder in his workshop. You can grind it off, right? Or chisel it off. I don't give a fuck. It's a tattoo. If you've got to do that sort of thing, you got to take it off your body, because you reckon that God doesn't want to he doesn't want to see tattoos in heaven, right? He says, if I wanted a tattoo on your body, I would have given you one at birth. And because he didn't, right, and he's got it on his body, and he turns around and says, oh no, God, he's going to allow that. No, he's not. According to his Bible, right, the one that he preaches, right, he is fucked. And he's a glutton. Now, I don't know about in your country or any other else's country. If you fucking eat and eat and eat and eat, you become fat. You're a glutton, right? And it's obvious. It's obvious to me. I don't know about if it's obvious to everybody else that he's a glutton. I can see that fucking. The fabrics in that T-shirt, they're stretched to the limit.
It's more obvious to me that he is depressed than he is a glutton.
Yeah, but his depression has led to him being a glutton.
Which is why he eats and is that large. But it's not specifically he chose gluttony as a like a voluntary sort of choice.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. It's not a matter of whether he's chosen it or not. In the Bible, right? I'm not talking about being in nature as we know it. In the Bible, it says, "Don't be a glutton," right? Now, I'm going on his standards, not my standards, right? Because there are people, what I know, who eat they're compulsive eaters, right? Now, he is a glutton according to the Bible, right?
I don't know.
Now,
I honestly have I've never looked into what gluttony is, how gluttony is treated.
People who can't. Okay, gluttony is like if there's two pizzas, and if a pizza is satisfactory, say 80% of the population, and you keep eating and eating, and you're a glutton. You're trying to stock up.
Bulldog, please. I know what a glutton is. I don't know what a glutton is according to the Bible, and I'd like to, if you could point me to the relevant text, I'd like to read it for myself.
Well, obviously, a glutton is like, for instance, like if you can eat a pizza, right?
I know, but where does it say so in the fucking Bible, dude? Jesus Christ.
Well, it says don't be a glutton.
Where?
Okay. You want to see the fucking passage? Okay, I got you. Hang on a second.
You're making a claim that something says something in the Bible, and
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't believe everything you say because you said it.
There we go. Found it.
Where?
Hang on, I'll give you the link. Hang on.
No, just fucking tell me where in the Bible. I have a Bible. I'll look it up.
All right, Proverbs 23, 20, 21.
Thank you. Do not carouse with drunkards or feast with gluttons, for they are on
There we go.
to
You mentioned it.
and too much sleep clothes them in rags. So drunkards and gluttons are pretty much on the same level, right?
Sounds like it.
Carouse with drunkards and feast with gluttons, but that's the thing. I don't see Jim as a feaster.
Well, he is, because he didn't get that fucking fat by fucking breathing in fucking oxygen, okay?
No, he eats a lot of something.
And guess what? He does. He claims that he doesn't drink.
Well, he doesn't.
Okay, so he claims that he doesn't drink, so he's a fucking glutton.
But like I say, it might be caused by his depression or by some other.
No. Yeah. Eating. There you go. You know, I can be depressed and not eat, and I can be depressed and eat. Right
I can be
now.
depressed and eat as well, and I do.
Yeah,
Or
but
I
hang
can
on.
be depressed-
Listen, I can be depressed and not eat.
And
I'm
I
not going to gain weight,
Yes,
right? That's
I
not
could be
possible,
depressed and not
right?
eat as well.
You can't say, "Oh, hang on a second, I'm going to gain 20 fucking stone and not eat," right? It doesn't happen like that.
Listen, Bulldog, you could be depressed. I could be depressed and not eat and lose weight because I'm depressed. I could also, at the same time or at a different time, be depressed and tend to eat because I'm depressed and therefore gain weight. So.
Oh yeah, but
Either way,
you can't be depressed.
I'm
You
not a
can't be
glutton when
depressed
but the
and
thing
gain weight
the
when not
thing is,
eating.
I haven't finished.
Okay?
I haven't finished. The thing is that when I gain weight because I eat when I'm depressed, doesn't make me a glutton. Just like when I lose weight if I'm depressed and I don't eat, doesn't make me what do they call them? Anorexic.
Listen,
Doesn't
the
make me
Bible
anorexic.
passage does not say anything about fucking depression.
Well, what causes the drunkard? Also depression, doesn't it? Not just the...
No. I get drunk at Christmas time, New Year, birthdays, anniversaries. I drink when I'm